Life of Pablo's cover was that good.
What the one?
Why?
What
I
was
just didn't
it?
like it.
What was it? I didn't even know what the picture was.
It was like
There was a
it was
picture
like
of
orange.
Pablo, and then after it was like some typography in some odd places. Not odd places, but unique places, I guess you can say. And then a picture of this girl's ass on the.
Isn't it
like,
Kim's?
I don't know. Actually, let me look at the cover
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Kim's ass, right?
All right. Honestly, I didn't even take it in like that. I just said, yo,
Life
it said Life of
of-
Pablo. I said, all right, cool.
It's because he just looked at it. He was like, all right,
Yeah, I
makes
think
sense.
it could be. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
the cover is different.
What is it?
Okay, so we were just talking about this outside while I was smoking. That like this album, well, just listen to the second performance of the Donda album listening party.
Yeah, this is
Um,
the original.
Yeah, I see
A
it.
Life of Pablo.
Yeah, I'm
No,
looking
I
at
think
it.
that's the Apple Music version. There's so many different versions.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a version where like Pablo was on the front. Life of Pablo cover.
That's what I'm used to.
Well, the one I just showed you, right?
Yo, I must be having the Mandela effect because I swear I saw Pablo Escobar on the front of one. But hey, it's not.
Maybe that was the first version.
I don't know. Maybe
You
it's
know?
a lie.
Because like Kanye came up with bare versions too.
Maybe my brain just made me want to think Pablo was on the front, but I could have sworn that's what I saw. But
Okay.
I just remember there was somebody at the front.
I believe you. I'll take it.
Maybe that's his parents.
Who? Kanye? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there's like his family. I think it's like a family
That's a
portrait or something
family
like that.
portrait of some sort. And then Kim's ass is just right there.
Yeah, family.
If that
Kim,
is
though?
Kim. But that's what I'm saying. I
That
don't
look like him to me.
I don't think so, but
You don't think
I
so?
don't.
No,
I
that
wouldn't
don't
be
look like him.
surprised if it is.
Because it could be Photoshop. It could
No,
be a
not even that.
Photoshop
It could just
thing.
be- hold on. Let's just see.
I don't know. It don't look like him to me.
It kind of looks like Kim.
Nah.
She dyed her
What
hair
is she
blonde. You know, like, we don't see her all the time like that. You know what I mean?
That for a minute.
To us. But in LA, it might be different. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That's true.
So like maybe she had like a 1 week phase where she's wearing had like blonde hair or something like that,
Yeah.
and then she came through with the blonde hair for that week.
Yeah.
Kanye's like, yo, that's it. Takes a pic. That's the cover art.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Or it could just be like, some random girl's ass, which I think it is. I don't think it's Kim.
That'd
Why
be funny.
Why did you put Kim on there? I don't know.
But why would you put a random girl?
Like I understand if it is Kim because I was his wife at the time,
Yeah,
I know,
it makes
but,
sense.
and it makes sense. I can see
Yeah.
that, but I just don't know.
I don't know. At the same time, like, it's his wife. Kind of like, the world's already seen enough.
This guy's dissing. Enough is not enough. You know what I mean?
Enough is enough. Come on.
Nah.
But he
People
loves
is-
his wife. I mean, what's wrong
I mean,
with?
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, of course.
That's
If it
what I
is,
mean,
then
you know?
yeah, it's fine. But, the world's seen it.
Yeah, but he just wants to.
Nah,
he wants to put a
he's probably
stamp
the type
on
of
it.
nigga to just keep showing it. Like, yo, I hope you guys keep seeing it. He's the type of nigga to eat chips in
Doubles
church.
down.
And he'd be
Yeah.
like, it's mine.
Doubles
It's
down.
mine. Like you guys know, I'm eating chips in church, and I know the rest of you are hungry.
Yo, that was actually the worst, yo. Those mans that be munching during the service.
That was happening in your church?
Yeah.
Damn, your church must have been big.
No, it wasn't big. It was like,
They allowed that then?
it's not what
Yeah, I
they
don't
allow.
remember
It's just
people
like a man
eating
just
my
start
church.
crunching something.
Nah, not my church. They will never allow that.
Yeah.
At least the 2 churches I've been to.
Not during the service.
Not yeah, especially not during service.
Like the only thing I got away with was munching like the Ovaltine
How old were you,
cookies.
bro?
When I went,
Yeah.
I
The
was
last time you ate
like-
in church, or the last time you seen it happen?
this was when I was probably like 10.
Bro, you're a youth then. They couldn't allow that, if anything. But, like,
Come on.
they don't allow that.
Yeah, not
I thought you talking, like, yo,
Recently,
like...
nah. Recently, everyone comes to church with, like, they already had breakfast.
Yeah, of course.
And then, they
It
come
happens
to
in
the
the morning time.
service.
Yeah.
And then that breakfast holds them until the end of service, unless you go to those churches with an extra long service.
Long service, yo. That was my service, man. Yo,
Oh, well.
it went too long, bro. I think it started at like...
This guy just has his head
10
up
in
and
the
people can't even
morning.
hear him, yo.
It started at like 10. And it might have went to like 2, 3.
Ooh, the 2-3 joints?
Bro.
Nah. When I started taking in the time, I'm like, no, how long
Yo,
am I really here to...
And you're in a full
LA?
suit. Yo,
You're
in the
hot.
summertime, sweating.
Facts.
Sweating, bro.
Yo, there was a point in time when I was younger, And then when they had congregation, and this is when the other ministers from other places come through. So they had these people from Quebec come through.
Jeez,
bro, people from the States come through. Oh my
yo, you ever
gosh.
do 2 days?
What is that?
When you go in the morning and you have to go at night.
My grandma tried to put that on me one time.
Bro,
I said nah.
Yo, bro, let me tell you a story.
Oh, so you had to deal with that?
Yo, honestly, I was a bad youth still as a kid, and my grandma's like, there's one day, like, we did in the morning, and so my parents left, they went out, and they're like, we'll meet you there, and my grandma's trying to bring me. Yo, I don't know why, but like in my head, I'm like, yo, my grandma's not making me go anywhere. What the fuck? So like, she's trying to make me go there. I'm just being a bad youth. Saying, nah, I'm not going. She calls my parents. I got the biggest ass whooping, and then I had to fucking go. But like, yeah, I had to do that 2 a day, and I was like one of the worst.
The only time I had to kind of do that, and it was so fucking annoying, was on New Year's. Like I don't know, it's like we had to go. We went, and especially when it was New Year's on a Sunday, that was like extra meaningful. So it's like, we went to church in the morning.
Yeah,
we're definitely doubling back here after.
Go home, shower, change, and then you gotta come
eat some food, and then we're gonna see it all here right at 12.
Nah, I never had that stuff.
Nah, that happened to me before.
The 2 a day sounds wild. Like I've seen people do it, and I'm like, yeah, that's just not.
I just did that once, and I said, nah, never again. You will never put me through this.
Nah, I was already going through hell with like having to go to church on Saturdays. So
nice pun. You're going through hell going to church.
Oh. So basically, so I had to go to church on Saturdays. So I was already cheesed back then. So like, I'm happy I didn't have to do 2 a days.
Yet your family is 7-day Adventist?
That side of the family side 7-day Adventist. Well, some of them are 7-day Adventists.
Wait, what's your 2 a day? Like in the morning and then at night?
At night, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about like
you had to go
one day and then the next day.
Nah, 2 days. I'm saying like going twice in the same day.
But what were you talking about? I
was saying I was already going through hell with going to church on Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This guy's chopped.
It's all good.
No, I was just trying to gauge the whole thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Most of the time I was falling asleep in church. Not gonna lie.
Yo, honestly, man, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. Like, there are some kids that actually liked it. I'm just trying to think, why?
No, because you had like the
there were some
classes.
funny people. There were some people at certain churches that were fucking funny. I will say that. Like when my aunt decided to switch churches and I went over there, I'm like, some of these kids are actually pretty funny. So I could see why some people will like it because they get to link up with their friends and then they go ditch it.
Yeah.
After.
The only time I like church is when we went to church in Jamaica. You know when you go on those family trips? You still have to go to church in Jamaica. You never had to go to church in Jamaica?
I did still.
Bro.
I remember my mom got cheese. I didn't pack church clothes. I'm like, yikes. I was like,
my mom made sure I had church clothes. And I was like, I'm just upset. I'm like, this is vacation,
Yeah. No, I feel you. I was the same way. I'm like, what the heck?
This is supposed to be the break from real life.
I'm like, I didn't agree to church on vacation.
We're trying to get away from the regular scheduled program.
Yeah.
She's like, nah, we're gonna keep this going. This right here is still happening in prime time.
It's like everything else is, fun and games, but this,
right?
No lele.
No lele on that day.
You know what? Jamaican church, actually enjoyable. They actually turned up. Actually, the one I went to, I won't speak on everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say it.
The one I went to, it was enjoyable. The pastor was actually funny.
I just remember it being hot that day, man. At least the day I went.
It's always hot.
It's always hot, but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm here.
Yeah, plus
I'm here on another island. Yeah,
I feel you.
Dealing with the same thing I'm doing back home.
I feel you. When
all churches are just hot.
That was definitely 100% because they're all crammed in there.
Usually
it's a small space.
But they leveled up.
Unless you're at the nice churches where there's like more than one ethnicity.
Right. Benny Him or what's that white guy that's like the huge pastor? What's his name?
The one who's like been scamming everybody.
Yeah.
Yo, dude,
his name?
I don't even know, but I heard he copped like a private jet.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think we're thinking about two different ones.
Two different people?
Because the one that copped the private jet from Tyler Perry?
No, it was just recent. Like his hair's slicked back, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. It's a young guy. Is a young guy or old guy?
He looks kind of youngish, but I don't know his
He's like
age.
in his 40s.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It looks like, at least.
What is his name?
I don't know, but he copped a private jet. That whole shit is a scam. Those mega churches.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, they're
crazy, bro.
scams.
That's
100%.
insane. I
Hold
mean,
on.
yo, like
gotta
the
look at
pastors
this,
and shit are really getting away with this shit. Like that's so crazy.
Yo, they're living life and they just keep saying that like, yo, God's just blessing me.
Yo, I remember this one video I seen way back of this one pastor who was getting interrogated about everything that he owned. Yo,
Which one?
I don't even know the dude's name, but like he was in like a interrogation room type thing.
Joel Osteen, by the way.
Joel Osteen, he
Joel
copped the fucking jet.
You got a jet just now?
Check the news on Google.
Joel Osteen? Let me look at this.
Look
man.
on the news
I'm
part
not
of
surprised.
Google.
I wonder what his
Joel
reasoning
Osteen.
for it too is. Probably like some
Yo, I
next
gotta drop
BS.
the ministers and everything off to the
Yo.
next locations. Like, what do you mean?
You know what's crazy? Joel Osteen came to
I can't be
Toronto.
right, coach.
He came to our arena and he
Yeah,
did
and he
a
probably
sermon.
landed at Paulson, bro.
Like he did it. Yo, what's crazy? Like he had like a tour. He had a church tour or a pastor tour. I don't know
Yeah,
what they
he's
call
on
it.
that wave.
But like, yo, it's crazy. He's
You know,
selling tickets.
how much people probably are like sitting at home wishing they could be a part of that service.
In a Joel Osteen
And he's like,
concert,
nah, listen, I'll come to your studio. Your stadium.
Yeah, yo, that's
I'll come to your
nuts.
stadium and we could all pray. And this guy's
Just
racking
make sure
in.
you get it for $49.99.
Yo, I'm telling you.
This guy said, you
And it's
gotta
all gonna
pick-
be-
you
We
got
can
a
all
little
pray
price
together.
tag.
It's all justified too, because it's like, oh, yo, like, how will you guys? Don't you guys want to hear me preach the word to you?
This-
Like, how else am I gonna fly if I don't have my own jet?
Come on, now.
That's the excuse.
It's like I can't be flying, coach.
Yeah,
Can't be sharing the plane with everyone else. I need my own plane.
I will say if he's putting on for everybody else in like the choir and the drummers and all that shit.
Everyone else got to find their own way
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying. If it was that,
You guys got to do little fundraisers and all that.
Yo,
That's the only
that
way you guys
jet
are coming
is either
through.
for just him or for any other big time like pastor
Yeah.
and the thing. Like, yo, listen, man, I got top business.
Nah, that's it. That's his jet. I'm pretty sure.
telling you,
I'm pretty sure he's like,
it's
yo,
either
everyone
his
else
jet-
gotta do their own thing.
I'm telling, yeah.
Yeah, apparently he has a.
Oh shit! I dropped my phone.
Okay. Well, apparently he has a net worth of like 40 to 60 million.
Jeez.
You didn't see nothing about the jet?
I didn't see the jet. But
See, they probably delete that quick.
yeah, let me just go.
Yeah, probably
Can't
still
let
the
everyone know
rental.
that. Can't let everyone know that
Yeah, that
he
nigga
owns a
get away with
jet.
A lot of shit. So.
But yo, do you really think it's scamming?
It is.
What?
Because take it in. I'm just playing devil advocate right here. So, for him, he as we all said, like he's preaching the word, and he's just like one of the highest rankings. So he's just found ways to monetize himself. So does that really make him a bad person?
I mean, I guess like the quote unquote scam is just like, you know, how much
He's taking in
access-
people's money, man.
Yeah, it's how much
Yo.
access he has to the people. Like when
He's
you're
only
on,
he's only selling what people are willing to pay for.
I mean, nah, man. Because like when you you know, media has so much influence over people, especially like when you know you're preaching the word and people are down and out, and you're like, you know what, donate this much and I'll turn your life around.
Yeah.
Some people that are down and out, they'd be like,
Yo, listen.
shit.
All
I
I'm
need
saying
this.
is, you guys see in our type of church,
Yeah.
when they say, yo, who's willing to offer up money?
Bear mans are just like passing the plate on.
Yo, and
I'm
they
saying-
accepting all forms
No,
now. Like
I-
they accepting Bitcoin, they accepting, you know, through text,
Yeah.
Yo, all I'm saying
E-transfer.
is,
transfer, Cash App.
all I'm saying is,
Yo, churches are the first ones on it.
There's even mans that have like the thing set up where it automatically comes out of their account every paycheck.
see,
Yeah.
that's some hyper churches, you know? All I'm saying is, when I was going to church, I remember there was one time where one of the guest pastors or whatever was going off. He was talking his shit.
What you mean?
And he said, yo, who's willing to offer up money for extra? I mean, it was for a good cause. Don't get me wrong. It was for something in Jamaica or something like that. But I was like, yo, people were forking over so much money.
Word.
I got 50. Yo, here's 100. The man who just dropped 50 said, yo, I got another 20.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, Didn't I just ask you if you had guap so I could get a patty? This is me as a young kid, like, you know what I mean?
Yo.
So I'm just saying, like,
Move, look at you, man. I'm money for
Why did your mind go there? Why did your mind
what
go,
do you mean?
Yo, I just
Because-
asked you if you had a change.
yeah, for me, I'm like, yo, it's a $2 for a patty. As a kid, it's like, yo,
patty in a
I'm
drink,
hungry.
yo.
Yeah.
I got 20 on the 7-day trip for the Jamaican kids to.
No, nah,
to the
add that
grill.
up. That was a 70, bro. It's like, whoa, okay, all right.
Oh, my
This guy's like
God.
50 plus 20. Wait, hold on.
When I saw that
That's
red
more
bill
than the-
fly, I was like, oh, okay, cool. But what I'm trying to say is,
Yeah.
I have no doubt in my mind that
Yeah.
with this Joel Osteen's guy's super influence, anybody's willing to like fork over money in some type of way
Yeah, man. I mean, like, you know,
for some type of blessing, yo.
Yeah, it's just a
And then
And then for
possibility.
him, he's just like, oh,
I ain't mad at him for getting his money.
You
mad at him for getting his money?
I mean, yeah, of course.
I ain't mad.
He's
at
eating
him,
off the
man.
people, but that's where we live in.
Yeah, man. If it's not gonna be him. It's gonna be somebody.
He's
else.
like,
At least
yo,
he's
if it's
preaching
not
something.
me, someone else is gonna do
Somebody
it.
else gonna do it.
So he's like, yo, I might as well just hold this position down.
At least it's a good message, I guess.
It's a good message. It gives people hope.
Yeah.
But like he's cash and then 60 mil?
Apparently,
Holy.
rumored to be.
I wonder what
40 to
level
60
he's
million.
at though.
What you mean?
Like, you know, like there must be different levels as like pastors, right?
I think he's like top.
I don't think he's probably the top, you know, because like
Did
no,
you
Like
just
one of
say
the
you-
top.
Didn't you say he was like the top paid pastor?
One of them.
no, I don't
Yeah.
mean I'm not talking about like money wise. I'm talking about just like rankings within the pastors.
They got rankings like that.
I don't think they have rankings.
Yeah, I
They
don't
must
know.
got
What
rankings.
What are you talking about?
There must be different
See,
rankings
I
for
see,
I
pastors.
don't think
point-
it works the same. No, I think you think about like Catholics or something like that. Like it's not like there's a Pope pastor.
Yeah.
Nah, there's no Pope pastor. It's
Oh
like-
no, I don't mean like that. I'm just mean like, you know, like when all the pastors come together.
This man thinks there's an inner ranking within the pastors, and a
Yeah,
man
nah.
say, "Yo, my church is making this more money than you, so I'm at the
I-
top."
this is
No,
definitely
no,
not
no,
like
That's
that.
what he's
Definitely not
asking.
like
No,
that.
no, I'm
Nah,
not talking about.
so
I'm
what
not
do you
talking about
mean
money.
then? Like, what do
I'm-
you mean? Like, what type of ranking? Like,
Like when I
Yeah.
mean about
no,
rankings,
what type of other ranking?
Yeah.
Because they're all
rankings
preaching the
is
same
like
thing.
is like basically like your training, your I guess like how much like you commit to it. You know what I mean?
See, it's not like
Because
Catholic.
you
It's
can't
not
fully
like-
commit
That's
if
what
you're
I'm
getting so
saying.
much
It's
money.
not- That's what I'm saying.
It's not like
It's
that.
not like Catholic or something. Like, yo, there's the only other way you're talking about is if a man saying, yo, I'm doing better as a church because I have just more people at my church.
Yeah.
So I guess the only way is to kind of just show it as like how much money you got. Because I thought there can be different levels to this. You know what I mean?
Nah, you only have a pastor, deacon, and what else? Whatever else is under
Reverend?
there. A reverend.
Reverend or something
That's
like
trash.
that.
Then it's pretty
Nah,
trash.
that's
not
just
trash.
their system.
I want different levels.
What you mean?
Them
Because that
be
means if you're a
Catholic.
pastor, that means you got to
Yeah.
be everyone's the same level as a pastor.
And that's why I said at that point it becomes an ego thing. Like, yo, dog,
Yeah.
my church is racking in millies.
You know what I'm saying?
Your church is not saying nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
So you
I
guys
got a
got
jet. You're driving in the van.
Crazy.
You're in the G36. I'm in the G6.
Talk about it.
There's levels to that. That's the only way you're gonna compare a rank.
just a
but,
flexing.
but they're all saying the same shit. It's just like, yo, a man just, somehow found a way to scam out bare people and get a big facility and say, yo, reach.
Crazy. Wasn't he the also the guy that like during the, I don't know if it was like during the pandemic or during the flood, one of like his big mega church, like people were like stranded outside and he didn't let people in. Yeah.
Yo,
And one of the reasons why was
that's
because
insane. I never heard that.
the funny thing was because like I know it was like Twitter that was like spinning it, but it was like, yo, we just put in fresh new blue rugs. In this church right now, we just renovated.
We just installed this for the ministry.
Yeah, but like facts, they didn't let people in during like some kind of like
That's funny, yo.
That's insane.
It's like, yo, we help pay for this.
yeah, man.
It's like, ooh, sorry guys. Any other day would allow you.
Any other Sunday would have been fine,
Y'all
but
got to
not
see it
this
too.
week.
Not this week, guys. Sorry.
Today.
That's
Renovations.
insane.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Damn, and it's supposed to be for the people.
Hey.
Follow
Only
you.
on Sundays.
Even the Adventists are probably saying, like, yo, look, it's a scam. Tell you the truth is Saturday. We don't do that.
Or
Yo,
where
I feel
the-
like
or
all those churches actually like like all look at each other like, yo, you guys are scams. Like the Catholics, you got 7-Day Adventists,
You got
Jehovah's
Mormons.
Witness, you got Mormons,
You got the
and they basically all believe in like the same story.
there's Lutherans.
Yeah, it's all the same shit.
Bro,
Wait, what did you just say?
Lutheran or some shit like
The
that.
hell's Lutheran?
Not Lucifer, bro. I said Luther.
I know Lutherans. What the
Yeah,
fuck is that?
there's like some. Hold on.
That sounds like something Lucifer made up.
Oh man.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like to get his foot in the door.
He was gonna call it Lucifer, but that was too bait, so
was
he
too
called
hot.
it Luther.
Look, Lutheranism is one of the largest branches of Protestantism that identifies with the teachings of Jesus Christ and was founded by Martin Luther, a 16th century
What?
German reformer whose efforts were to reform the theology and practice of the church launched in the Protestant Reformation. I'm telling you, that religion class in high school was so interesting. That's about
That's
it.
crazy.
But there's
They just coming out with new
there's so many sectors.
subsections of
I'm
the
telling you, it's so and then
religion now.
and,
And they
yo,
all call each other scams.
and don't even get me started on the Orthodox Christian niggas.
Orthodox.
Yo, them niggas go crazy.
Yo,
They don't even believe in Christmas. Like their Christmas is not. They're like, yo, that
These
Christmas
all
is
sound
like
not
Jehovah's
Christmas.
Witness?
No, these are. I'm pretty sure these are just like what they. I don't even know. Personally, I don't know. There's so many levels to Christianity and different sectors and all that bullshit. That's like, it's like, yo,
It's all the same
are you guys,
story.
are you guys even on the same page?
It's like, yo, all you guys are telling the same story. You know that, right?
They
It's
all
like,
hate
nah.
each other, bro. I'm telling you. I remember. Yo, I'm telling you, I remember when I skimmed like read through the Bible, at least from what I remember.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, all these mans hated each other low key. It's like, yo, why you doing that on that day? It's a Sabbath. You're about to get in trouble for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then after, it's like when Jesus came, he's like, nah, we don't do that, bro. I'm God's son. He said not to do this anymore. Then boom, that's the second what's the shit? There was a first
You mean the build up to resurrection?
like the Testament shit.
New Testament?
The New Testament. That's
Yeah.
when Jesus came through and
Yeah.
basically was telling all man about the new rules. Like, nah, we don't fuck with the First Testament like that, bro. That's outdated.
Yeah.
So it's
the
like
Old
you-
Testament. Who did the Old Testament? Wasn't
And though
that-
the First Testament niggas were like, what the fuck? Like, you can't
Yeah.
do that. So I'm like, yo, that's the same thing that's happening in real life with all these other subsections. It's like, nah, we don't believe in that, bro. The Mormon them,
facts.
nah,
That's fast.
they're on a different thing. What's the word? There's a word for what us Jamaican people go to on Sundays. It starts with a P, I think, or some shit.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Yo.
you got me lost there. Still.
Yo, I'm telling you, there's levels.
I know there's
Okay,
levels.
alright,
I know there's
yo.
levels to it, but like my whole thing with it is just as we said, like, yo, everyone looks at each other like these guys are scams. They
That's
look at
crazy.
they literally look at each other like, yo, you don't go to that church. It's bare scams.
Yeah, which is crazy, man. Yo, I just remember my mom was listening to like some sermon or some pastor talk. I can't remember exactly.
Pentecostal.
Yeah, I heard Pentecostal.
I think that's like the
It's
the
a
ones
church
that-
like a lot of Jamaicans go to.
yeah. Like
or
we're
Baptist or something like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
even all that. Like I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I knew.
That I didn't even know when I was younger. Like
Yeah,
my mom told me something randomly. I'm like, what the fuck is Pentecostal, bro?
yeah.
Like there's so many different stupid like levels and mans who believe.
Is
in
it
certain-
levels or just subsect? Like
It's like sub teachings.
it's like a new set. Like
No,
you know,
I'm
like they
telling you,
gangbang.
it's a certain type of rules where a man said, "Listen, yo, we kind of fuck with this rule, and this is what we heard.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. This is what we heard."
Yeah.
And these guys are like, "No,
So
that's
it's broken telephone
because yo,
basically.
okay, so all right, Mormons for instance, I swear some of them are allowed to have like, no, some of them like they're not allowed to do certain things like
Yeah, they can't have sex
they can't
until
have
marriage.
sex until you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
I don't something else about like they can't get married until they do like some kind of like a I don't know what they call it, like a backpacking kind of thing. Like they got to go away somewhere.
yeah, like they gotta go away
and
to
go
like
through an experience. Or
yeah,
something like that.
yo, I'm telling
That's actually hard though. I can't even lie.
I mean, that
The
sounds like a
experience
sick
sounds
trip. What? Like,
Yo, but then after
Yeah.
you're like in that system
Yeah.
where like you can't even leave now because now you're
you can, but it,
No.
like your family will look at you different. Like
that's
I know,
what I mean.
I
like,
know,
but like their
yeah.
whole system, I swear it's like what Alabama or some shit that's known for like they're Mormons or some shit.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
for that I don't even know.
I don't know, but I know I had a friend And her family was like, you know, she was Mormon. Her whole family was Mormon, and like, you know, she was really hard on it. But her sister was like, you know, coloring outside the lines. Like she wasn't, but like she was, you know, she was having sex before marriage, and like, you know, she was like drinking and all that shit. So like her family.
Oh, they're not even allowed to drink?
I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But, but like, you know, I'm just saying she was coloring outside the lines. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, like her family was kind of like looking at her like, you know, like
it kind of gotta disown you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
is.
like,
it's like a shun thing.
It's like don't walk beside us in public.
Yeah, like yo, oh man, yo, I'm telling you, bro. Some of them they'll switch up if you see you starting wearing pants, yo.
Yo, crazy.
It's like, yo, you're wearing a skirt?
Yeah.
I mean, yo, you're not wearing a skirt?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That like at my old church, they were kind of like that. Like I remember this one lady, she wore a skirt every fucking Sunday.
Yes, sir.
And one day, she wore jeans.
Yeah.
So imagine cheese.
Yo, the pastor's wife
pastor's wife
said, "You're done." Give her the kiss of death. Go find a new church.
Yo, that's nuts. Yo, that's why my mind went to like, yo, all these different sectors are like gangs. It's like, yo, you gotta follow the rules. If you don't,
I'm telling you, especially the Jamaican churches, though.
Excommunicado.
Yo, you know the old school Jamaican people.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the women can't wear pants, bro. Mm-hmm. That's not going in.
Yeah, man.
So it's like some of them brought that down.
And they have to have a hat.
Yup, the crown, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yo, a different flavor hat.
Church hat.
Come on now. So you could imagine when my lady said, "Oh, yo, I'm just gonna pop by with the jeans."
You know what I mean? Was it a nighttime church? Was it like a late church?
Guess a kiss of death.
Remember, bro?
Was it daytime? If it was daytime,
listen,
she's kind of
I don't remember the time of day. I just remember, yo, she showed up in pants. Never seen her again. Wiped.
Yo,
I mean, her kids and shit were, you know, they came through a 1-2 time, but yeah, they found a new church, and then like her kids weren't even showing up to church. It was just her. But I'm like, bro, that's crazy. They don't fuck with the pants thing, yeah?
Yeah, man.
I'm like, this is nuts.
You know what's funny? The funny thing is, every time we go to a church, I don't know if you guys notice, they always ask you what church you come from, or did you have a church previously?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Trying to scope out, you know, to see if you're repping a different squad.
The competition.
No, I think they're trying to count the competition. Still, like it's like, yo, look how much people left these churches and came to us. Mm-hmm. This says something. Mm-hmm. When really, it's probably my man just moved and it's like, yo, I need a new church.
Yeah, I'm
not trying to drive all the way down.
Facts.
X, Y, and Z.
You ever find yourself? Sorry to cut you off. You find yourselves going back to church one day, like just getting back into it?
Nah, not really. No. I feel like if anything, if I'm gonna like praise God, anything, it's gonna be from home or virtually. I don't think I want to go to actual church itself.
On Sundays.
You know, Bunty Killer says something about this when they used to criticize him or something.
Yes, sir.
But he said like, a man could be far from God, but like close to church. But then some mans are like close to God but far from church. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, that was super deep. Because some people are like really, really spiritual.
Yeah.
Like, and they don't even go to church. Yeah. Some people just pop by 1-2 times, just
they know the Bible in the back of their hand and everything.
But then after, there's people who just be like, yo, I'm here every day, every fucking Sunday or whatever, but still do the worst opposite things ever. All right, Sunday's over. Monday, I'm gonna start drinking.
That's the thing that kills me about it, yo. Because, you go to church, everyone's like praising God, hugging up each other. You go in the parking lot, move your bum, I
have to fucking leave, yo, bro. It's like, it's weird.
To expel
at a certain
sins.
point, it's like, it doesn't even seem like people even
understand why they're going.
Like they're just showing up.
You're showing up.
I've been doing this for so long. I
deserve it.
Or at least they understand it to a certain extent, and they're like, yo, I just got to put up with it. And then when it's all done, I don't have to do this no more. You know what I mean?
It could also be like, they could be down and out, and they feel like if they stop doing this, like they could be like, like into the whole karma thing. If they stop doing this one good thing, a whole bunch of bad shit.
Oh no, 100%. I've seen people just be like, yo, I'm gonna go start going back to church because the X, Y, and Z start happening.
Yeah,
and then. It's like it's been like some anchor for them to kind of just keep them from not doing whatever they were doing previously. And then then they stopped going to church. And then after it was like, all right, that was good. Like it was like a
It's like a little cleanse.
it's like a little cleanse, a little high.
Detox. Crazy.
A little Jesus high, you know. I was like, I guess I'm blessing right now. And then after, just, all right, I'm blessed enough.
But then I get that because when you go to like church just for a little bit, you feel that energy. It feels different. You know what I mean? But I feel like when you start going,
Nah, I never felt that.
no, I felt it. I felt it at a lot of churches.
You felt the Holy Ghost?
No, I never felt the Holy Ghost.
I was gonna say you're clapping if you said you felt the Holy Ghost.
No. I didn't feel the Holy Ghost.
Okay.
But I did feel the energy in the room.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like the energy was nice, and then I left feeling good. But
Well,
then,
was there music playing?
yeah, of course, it was music.
Okay, so
playing.
I don't think that was. I think that was the music, and the energy of the music.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, I take it as like I was at that church, and I got the energy from there. I'm gonna
I
take
said,
it.
yo, everyone's having such a good time. Why am I having a good time?
Why are these guys happy? I'm
I'm happy too. Well, what is this?
That's what I'm saying. So that church was lit. The church was litty,
Nah, you
but
don't get it.
Yeah.
no, I get it. But I'm just walking right past it now. I'm like, yo, whatever.
All right. Cool. Spin it how you want to.
Now I forgot what I was saying.
No, it's all good.
Because the day you're in church and then you're just sitting down, and you're like, oh, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Then I'll probably take your word for it.
I didn't. I have one of those. I've never
right.
had.
You ever see the people that do that? You be like, yo, bullshit, bro.
Yo, I
Sit
seen
your
this
ass
one lady
down, bro.
drop, and then she started crying, and she sprung her arms out like super
Like a
wide,
starfish.
Yeah.
like she was crucified type shit. And I was
Yeah.
like, yo. And then
Chill
that
out,
whole episode was just
When's
done.
the Oscar coming out? You know what I mean? Like, yo, I see, like it's always a woman too that, like, you know, goes into the whole
Whoa.
seizure.
Fact.
What is this?
No, I've never noticed
Yeah.
a guy go through that.
No, never.
Really?
What? Come on.
No, which guy you ever seen actually get the Holy Ghost?
And they go
Never
through the
seen
whole
it.
seizure
Yo,
thing. Like,
Nah,
you're
I've
actually
never
right,
seen-
Jason.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
my God.
it's all it is.
That
It's
is
all
actually
it
such a mind blow. I've never seen a guy
Never.
catch the Holy Ghost. Actually,
Never.
I seen the African movie.
I've seen it. Yo, the only time I've seen it is on Instagram, and
and like in American churches where like
Yeah.
they're
no, but it wasn't real. It wasn't real. So, yo, the guy was like going through the whole Holy Ghost thing, and then he gets a phone call, and he's taking the phone call. He's
oh
like, yo,
no, that's the African one. I see
yeah,
that. I
the
see
African
that.
one. And he's like, I'm at church, and then the pastor's like, you know, the Holy Ghost is real, you know.
Yo, and the man said, "Oh, hold on, let me call you back." Man hung up and then started shaking again.
Going into
Yo,
it
and the man
again.
said, "Yo, keep praying." And started shaking again.
I was like, yo, come on.
That video was
man.
too funny, but like
That's it.
facts. I don't think I've ever seen like
Never.
in person. You know, I don't want to say I actually never. I don't think it happens to guys,
I mean, it could, but
but I'm just saying
like,
in
in
experience,
person, only women.
it's only
Okay.
been women.
I think it's all the room facts.
Yeah, I'm trying to think other than the African movies when where I've seen it, but
Nah.
I can't think of anywhere else. It's usually just women.
I think it's. I think
And then they lose their shit, and then like a man catches them.
Yeah.
To me, I think it's like a sense of like yo, they're trying to see who's holier than thou, you know?
Hmm?
Yo, I'm catching the spirit. I don't know about you guys.
You think it's like an ego thing?
I'm like, it has to be.
Oh,
Because
my
imagine
God.
if I've seen two people do it before inside. I'm like, yo, these two like to really
It's
show
like they got a
out.
competition going
Yeah,
on.
like yo, is somebody holier than thou right now?
yeah.
It's like, oh,
it's
yo.
a holy off.
Or somebody will do it first and they're like, all right, I'm going to be louder in the next 30 minutes. Hold up.
Maybe.
I'm going to wait my turn.
Maybe.
And then when the process says
Maybe.
Those are crying.
There's always that one woman that, like, you know, when it's like her time to like leave the church and she goes up on stage, she's just like, you know, people have been treating me such a way. I've been praising God, you know, all casual, and people are jealous of me praising God too
Damn,
much.
I can't lie. That's crazy. Your church give up the mic?
Yeah.
That's
That's
my
crazy.
church
never had-
my church was my
Nah.
church is
Only
giving
the
up the mic.
pastor- only the pastor's
pastor still.
talking.
Yo, sometimes
Yo,
I
because
was
people
mad.
talking
Yo,
their shit in church as
That's
well.
what I'm saying.
it's crazy because, like, yo, she was talking mad shit. Like, yo, she was like, yo, I know people in here don't like me, don't matter.
But it's okay. I'm gonna show up
pray-
every Sunday.
Every Sunday, I'm gonna praise God how I want to. Nobody's gonna stop me. It's like, yo, come
Bare
on,
church
man.
politics, bro.
I'm trying to go home.
Church
I'm trying to go
polys,
home.
Yo,
eh?
bare church
Don't
politics,
involve me
yo.
with this. Mind you, at the same time, I was kind of like, yo, this is crazy tea right here.
I
Who's
will say,
beefing?
1-2 times a pastor at my church will probably give up the mic, but it's not like it's not open mic every Sunday still.
Yeah,
Hello?
no, not every Sunday, but every now and again they do it.
I want to see like I say at least
Maybe twice a month.
No, I want to say at least 7 times out of the year they give up the mic.
Oh, definitely more at the one.
More than that?
Yeah, they did it more at the one.
What important days are there in the?
Unless you have a guest speaker.
That's what I'm saying.
It was like a moment for like if usually they would just say like Sister Martha come up and do a 1-2 prayer. This was time for Sister Martha to come up, but she started talking their shit. She went off script. It was like,
all right.
They've been talking to her, telling her like, "Yo, don't."
And the pastor was like behind her, trying to tap her on the elbow, like, "Come on, no, like, let's get back on schedule."
It's like, yo, we talked about this. Yo, don't bring that up.
But she just said she had to get it off her chest. The Holy Ghost told her to get it off her chest. God spoke to her.
You ever giggle in church when you weren't supposed to?
Yo, yeah.
Yo, I remember this one lady. She'd always stand up and kind of catch the Holy Ghost, and she did some shit with her arms all the time, right? And I remember, like, it would happen when like it was quiet. Like she'd just get up and start doing it, and like people just kind of like accept it, like, okay, like she's doing her thing. Like just keep paying attention to service.
Yeah.
And I remember one time she popped up, and then. Cause some of the older heads in there would separate the youths them from sitting inside each other because they're making too much noise during the service. I remember one time my cousin, was in front of two seats ahead of me, like 2 rows ahead of me.
Yeah.
And then you seen the lady pop up, and this guy turned his head slowly and looked all the way back at me, and the way I fucking snickled, like giggle and snickered and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, this one lady looked at me quick and picked me up out of the church and said, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
you don't hear the service? Like what?" Man, I was like, yo, this is insane. Like, that was really funny.
Yeah.
And like, that was just the time I.
That sounds funny. It's just usually when people wild out like that. Just as a kid, everything's there and so funny.
Yeah, man. Because like
it's like, yo, why is this person just popping up, just crumping?
We don't know about the Holy Ghost like that. So we're all thinking like, yo, these guys are playing, right?
Yo, I remember when I was younger. I was like, yo, I wonder what that feels like. Like, can that happen to me?
Bro, come on, dog.
Probably feel like a inflatable arms tube guy.
Cause I'm like, yo, why is my auntie always crying on Sundays, yo?
Yeah, why every time feeling?
Yeah, like what are you feeling that I'm not feeling? Like,
I don't know.
It's like I'm doing the same thing as you.
Yeah.
For me, it was always, yo, who's coming out with this Oscar, bro? Who's coming out with this Emmy award for you to be acting like this? This shit crazy, man.
I remember like one of the churches I went to was my aunt's church, and there was this one guy, bro. The man was clapping up his hands, bro. The way that his hand clap echoed in that church,
God damn,
bro. I couldn't believe it, yo. It's like kum 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 kum,
yo,
with his hands, and I'm like, that's crazy.
The unintentional funnies are so. I feel so bad, like.
Yeah, maybe it's just a way for like these adults to let off so much like steam and like
they're at work. I mean, all their work anger,
stress. Yeah, man. Just let it loose.
God damn it, Barbara! Praise Jesus.
Yeah, man.
Just screaming on top of your lungs. No one's gonna judge you.
Yeah.
Hop up in the spot.
That's like a chain, kind of.
What do you mean?
Like a leash, kind of like
You just let loose.
Yeah, I'm gonna let loose out here.
Yeah.
I'm just
like
relax.
it's like a therapeutic.
Yeah, it's a therapeutic thing. Like I'm gonna shout at church, but then I'm done.
I'm praising somebody instead of just like screaming anger.
That's kind of like a purge.
Mm-hmm.
If you really think about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like, let me get all this anger out in the form of praise.
Yeah. Or else it might be let loose in some other
or else
way.
I'm gonna beat somebody's ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why a lot of church people are always angry.
Yo, and that's...
I don't know if you realize that. A lot of them have a temper with them.
Yo, and that's why it's
That's
fucked
why that
up.
lady snatched you up.
And that's why it's fucked up. It's fucked up how some people use the protection of God to make them seem like they're good people.
Oh, don't even get to that.
Oh.
That's crazy.
That's a different topic, but I digress.
Yeah, let's digress down to the Kanye album. So I finally had a chance to listen to it.
I mean, it didn't even come out.
Well,
I heard
the presentation.
the part 2.
You heard the listening
I
party.
heard part 2 of the list of Donda.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same shit, just more refurbished.
Is it better?
It was better than the first time.
It was better, a little bit more cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will say that he probably had like 2 or 3 tracks. Flavio went crazy on his one.
That was
track.
like sick?
Huh?
You said like 2 or 3 that were like sick, or what?
No, that he added. That,
that added? Yeah.
But I'm saying Fabio
yeah.
went crazy.
Yeah.
The one most memorable to me was
Mhm.
Fabio Foreign's. It was called.
Is that like the 4 or 5 second one or something like that?
No. He was rapping for a minute. I think the assumed song is called. Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
No, it's all good. But yeah, I like the whole performance. So, yo, the Weekend track was crazy.
Yeah,
I love that.
Off the
Weeknd
grid.
track. Off the grid.
Off the grid was insane. Fabio snapped on that.
Right.
And yes, the Weeknd did his thing on
Yo,
Hurricane.
That's probably that's probably the hit on the album.
Like when I first heard it, I was like, yo, I can't wait for this beat to come out. And
Like
then on the first
proper,
performance, he was just kind of mumbling and everything. I was like, it was like a reference track.
Yeah.
But then now, like this version was like the Weeknd was on the intro, and you're like, holy! And then the choir kicked in,
Fire.
and I was like, yo, it was so good. I had to post it on my gram. I can't even lie.
It's hitting. I seen it. I seen you post it.
I was like, yo, that was insane.
Yeah.
Then Lil Baby just came on with this thing.
Yo, there's a Chris Brown one. I couldn't find it, but it's the one where it's like, when I text you, you better text me back hi with a bunch of eyes or hey with a bunch of Y's.
Was it on the?
I remember that bar. From,
Yeah. I heard that one.
Yeah, it's the one with Chris Brown. Yo, that one is sick too. I like that one a lot as well. Oh man, even the one with Lil Yachty. Yo, honestly, this album.
Yo,
has
I was
a
gonna
lot of-
say Yachty did his thing.
Just little ting on there. I was kind of surprised how he came in on there.
Somebody mentioned though, it's pretty funny that there's no women on this album.
I didn't even notice it, to be honest.
If there's video, my eyes are wide right now because that might be a fact.
There's no women features on this album. It's all niggas.
Well, like there's women in the choir.
But like that don't count.
That don't count really, because they don't get a.
Man, I said
don't
we
get a shout
included
out.
you. Like no, there's female artists who probably would have bodied certain tracks.
Like Beyonce, he probably could have got Beyonce. Well, hey, we'll see when
I don't know.
he can get Beyonce.
Kanye
bro.
sounded.
If he get Jay-Z.
No, Jay and him have history. I don't.
And they
think
got that chemistry. They made the whole album together
Beyonce
Yeah.
was on Watch the Throne.
on like one track.
One track. Yeah,
They
like
can't
he
get
was
her
a
on
feature.
one.
Nah.
Nah, I
They
don't.
can't get her on one.
Yo, you have to remember, I don't think Beyonce fucks with anything that Kanye used to do. I think it's only Jay because it's like, yo, man, like
It's Mando.
that's my bro, like my younger
Yo,
bro. You know
Google
he's
favorite?
like he didn't. Yo,
Nah.
on the feature that he did, Jay-Z said, "Yo, dog, he's done with the red hats. Like, come home."
Yeah.
He literally said some shit. Like he said shit. Like he basically said, "We're not doing." He's like, "Yo, Donda, I'm telling you, we're gonna take him away from the red hats. Like he's done with that.
He's
Like
a changed man
he's
now.
changing. Like I'm gonna make sure of it. Like
You know what?
He's
I
away
heard-
from Kim. That's why.
I remember, yeah, because I remember, like, I don't know, I think it was a rumor, but I heard, like, you know, Beyonce and Kim had, like, a beef. Like,
And
they
that
didn't
too,
really-
like,
Nah, they don't par with each other.
They don't
Well,
par.
it's more
Yeah.
Beyonce doesn't par with it because like I think it's more Beyonce doesn't respect them like in their fame. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
think she
Yeah.
didn't.
Because like
yeah,
Beyonce
she
is
didn't-
actually an artist. She had to work for her shit and everything. Where
Yeah.
Kim is more of like she kind of just got lucky with like the sex tape and
I don't know
her
about
family
all
kind of boomed from
that,
that.
but that could be
Got lucky?
inferred.
Yeah,
I don't know if she got lucky. Her family's been rich.
her fam was rich, but they weren't like as big
As they are
as they
now.
are now,
Yeah.
like as a name.
They're not as
And like
big
when
as
I mean
they
big, I mean like famous.
Yeah.
Like people knew them. People knew them
They-
in LA and stuff
They
like
weren't.
that.
You weren't keeping up with the Kardashians.
I was not
all
keeping
that.
up with the Kardashians,
Yeah.
but I don't doubt that they probably could have did the same thing eventually.
Even if
Nah.
they didn't have the sex
Why
tape.
not?
Even
They
if Kim didn't have the sex tape.
kinda yeah.
Because the sex tape kind of
Kinda.
just
I don't get me
gave it
wrong.
the
I
boom.
will say though that that projected the whole thing, but at the same time, she was always around niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I think that would have
But she-
been
But it would have been a low key thing.
it would have
You know
been
what I
more
mean?
lower.
She would have been
key.
like she wouldn't one of those things that get passed around like a lot of the celebrity mans deal
I
with.
hear you, but then at the same time, she probably would have been known from that. And if anything, just from her being rich, she could have been like Paris Hilton.
But you know what?
Nah, I don't think
Why
Kim,
not?
I
I
think
don't
Kim
think so.
opened
Why?
the door for a
Because
lot
it-
of her family.
Yo, yeah, I don't doubt that. I'm just saying, I do think, if anything, they wouldn't be as big, but I do think they'd probably do the same thing. Yo,
Just
the
not,
only,
just not as. Just
the
not
only
as
thing
well.
that they'd probably be missing is literally the show.
Yeah, and the show really brings in a lot of like they're like
a lot of opportunities.
yeah, I
out
love the
there.
opportunities because they're there in front of you.
Yeah.
They show you their day
But
to day stuff.
Nah, but they always been there before she even like.
Like if she didn't, you know, if they didn't have that show,
People wouldn't want to keep up with them.
Yeah, and that wouldn't have. I don't know if that would have
built their fan base.
That wouldn't have forced Kylie. Is it Kylie? Kylie Jenner? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't have forced her to go through that change that she went through. Like, she looked like a whole different person.
I think she still would have done
that's what I'm saying.
the thing is,
the
reason she did that though is because a lot of she was on the TV. Like she was self-conscious. She was more self-conscious.
No, dog, they're all Hollywood. They're gonna do that shit. There's people around them that do that shit. It's normal. So I'm saying she would have did that already. The only thing that they probably wouldn't have done proper or actually done at all was a show.
Yeah, and the shows would kind of like push them over the top with Kylie's like lip her cosmetic stuff.
Yeah.
Even like Chloe with like her doing fitness stuff and all that.
But no, it wasn't
Courtney
Kylie
doing all her other stuff.
Kylie was big off of Snapchat, bro. Am I lying? Yeah.
No, but she started a lot of her fame from the Kardashian show, which also started to lead to Snapchat.
You were keeping up, weren't you?
I wasn't keeping up. I watched a couple episodes. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yo, I think we gotta fact check that.
But people, bro, keeping up with Kardashian is probably one of the biggest reality shows.
That Kylie Jenner got popping off of the keeping up with the Kardashians?
Kylie, no.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't think Kylie was basically got introduced like that for everyone?
No. If anything, it was the Tiger thing.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. She would have probably.
But the Tiger thing wouldn't have mattered if people weren't seeing on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Because nobody knew about Kylie.
Because people saw Tiger.
I didn't know about
Keeping
Kylie
Up
until Tiger.
Because you didn't watch the show.
So you watched the show?
I wasn't watching the show. That's what I'm trying to say.
He's been keeping up, bro.
I just knew what was going on.
Clean, bro.
I just knew what was going on.
It's cool, bro.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying. The math is not mathing right now.
You know what I'm
Because Kylie, he knows how Kylie. He said Kylie.
Yo, it's cool, man. Ain't no judgment.
I'll admit if I'm watching it, but I wasn't watching it like that. Like I watch it.
Okay, so it's known knowns and known unknowns. It's known unknowns. Is that what you saying?
That's basically what I'm saying right now.
All right, cool.
So I wasn't keeping up, but I was keeping up.
All right.
So I knew Wagwan, and that was basically it.
All right, go ahead with it, man.
Yeah, but
anyway,
that's the hill I'm dying on. But while Nick steps out, we're gonna actually do the intro. It's episode 35.
How long into it? Where are we?
We're 46 minutes
Let's get some explosions on that, man.
Yeah,
That's
hold
a
on.
fire intro. That's a 10-minute, 20-minute intro right there. 30 minutes. I don't know how long that went in for, but
I don't know what sound effects is that. Oh, we got the hand clap right there.
Yes, sir. Tuning in to go and tell them what they tuning into. Big Dre, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were gonna say.
I was, but I know that's your thing. So
no, it wasn't even my thing.
No,
sometimes Nick does it. Sometimes I'll do it. I'll let you do your thing.
Nah, you gotta be consistent with it, man. I ain't ready yet. Let me get a few more in, and then I'll come with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the tone right.
There's no real tone. You just come true. There was a time we were just singing onto it. It depends how the vibes is that day.
Okay.
Yeah. So episode 35. Mans Are Mossin podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know what else is there for us to really say to you guys at this point, because if we made it this far,
you can follow us on all platforms. Check us out on all platforms. If you tune into the YouTube, hit that like button, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button.
Busting out the Twitch,
you gotta hit all that. You know what I'm saying? hit that bell button. That's how we get up in the algorithm. That's how we get more views. That's how we bring you more content. And that's how we get some more sponsorships once they actually do come in. We can keep this going, keep the train going.
Once we get the trend going, we'll be able to do video. Wow, I lost my wording right there. I looked up into the ceilings and I just kind of got lost in it here. For anyone that's ever been to Lotus, we got all these album covers on the top.
Yeah, big albums. All big ones here.
But yeah, episode 35, Mans Are Mossin. As Jason said, make sure you guys keep liking us, subscribing to us, keep sharing and everything. Because the main thing right now is we just got to keep sharing the podcast so we can get it out to more people.
Yeah, you got to get some more people tuned in, get some more people getting into the conversation. Yeah, even leave some comments, If there's something you want to point out, you can talk about it in the comments.
Yo, what's funny, though? Yeah. I was actually looking at one of the comments on YouTube yesterday.
Yeah.
And there was this one guy that commented, because we were talking, it was a conversation that me and Nick were having about Nicki Minaj versus Lil Kim if they were actually have a versus, because Lil Kim said like recently she was saying that she would have a versus against her. So we're saying, yo, it's even worth it for Nicki to even have the conversation, like even be in the same conversation as Lil Kim, because like Nicki's got bangers on bangers on bangers.
Yeah, she'll kill Lil Kim.
Yeah, she'll kill Lil Kim.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this person was riding for Lil Kim or anything, but like when I responded back, he hasn't responded back. So I'm just like,
what did you say?
I just said, so what do you think Lil Kim could do?
What did he say?
Oh, he's like, yo, you guys didn't do no research. Y'all need to delete this. And I was like,
so
all right.
It sounds like he's riding for Lil Kim.
It sounds like he's a Lil Kim fan.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yo, so show me Wagwan.
I mean, what Lil Kim got? Lil Kim got that song with Big Papa. I don't even remember what it's called, but I know she has one with Big Papa. Other than that, I mean, she has one with those girls, the Itchy, yeah.
That's not her song.
That's not her, but she's on it.
Is she?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, she's on that one. Other than that, it's like, I don't know. But then you know what? That guy could just be coming from a different era. I remember I was listening to that. And I was just like, yo, it's not fair. It's kind of not fair for us to talk about it because we didn't come from that era.
Don't matter.
It matters, bro.
It don't matter, bro.
It matters, bro. Because like, yo, it's even like if you're bringing in like the Dipset Lox, like we know a little bit about it, but we weren't coming up in there. Like we were still kind of youths. But like, there's some songs that still resonated and transitioned over to us. We know some of them, like Dipset. Like we know that shit.
I don't know what song that is.
I don't know what it is, but like when you hear it, you're like, yo, you can kind of hear the beat. You know what I mean? But like we don't really know the Lox, like Money, Power, Respect, but like we don't really know like all their hits. So it's not fair for us to like kind of chime in. But like you can give our one too.
I feel like when
we know Nicki.
Yeah, but like I feel like when it comes to like music like that,
yeah,
I understand that if you didn't grow up in the era, like you won't fully understand the impact the music had at its time.
Yeah,
but I feel like when you're stacking up hits, like you can't just tell me like, oh, this song was hot, but it's like, okay, but like, was it really
in this?
It's like, was it really that hot? Like like I understand where it's like, yo, this is fire. But now when you're comparing it to something else, now you got to start looking at it as like a different view. Where
you got to look at it objectively.
And I feel like for like in general, when like for just in general with Nicki and Lil Kim, is that I feel like Lil Kim just doesn't have like the amount of tracks that Nicki has.
I don't know. I don't even know. Like I said,
because it's not even just like her own tracks. It's just like also features.
Yeah.
Actually,
I only know like 2 Lil Kim songs. Like I said, other than that, I don't know. But I know Nicki got some singers. Like she got Super Bass.
No, I wouldn't like. Well, the thing is that we're saying that we're not going to count any of those like pop songs.
Oh,
or like the song with Justin Bieber, just straight rap. So like you have her on Monster.
But that's not just her though.
But that's what I'm saying. You gotta count
Lil Kim, not even like just her. I don't even know. I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like Nicki Minaj also has the Roman Revenge with her and Eminem.
Yeah.
She also got what's the other song? She has a song with her and Wayne and Drake.
The new one that just came out?
Well, that's not new. It's an old track that was a mixtape track.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You talking about
there's Green Light. There's also Truffle Butter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like so, like she's got tracks.
Yeah. Or like, there's Only. I think there's a song she had a verse on.
She also had Only. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know, man. I think Nicki would still win, even if you were to stack them together. But like, I kind of hear what that commentator is coming from. Like, he's probably coming from that era where he's listening to.
He's like, Kim. Yo, y'all don't know.
Or he could just be trolling, just be talking shit. But
most likely a troll. But like, it was just funny where it's like, it's just like more of the fact where when you look at it, I guess objectively.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like a diehard fan for either of them.
Facts.
Like I'll listen to them and be like, yeah, I mess with these tracks, but I'm not someone that's like, nah, I'm repping the Barbs. Or
so yo, if you that commentator listening, hey, yo, tell me, put 10 Lil Kim songs out right now. Just slap it in the comment right now. We'll take a look, give a listen, see what they about. I mean, we might not.
We probably know the songs already. We probably already know the songs. We're like, oh yeah. All right, now let me see what Nicki got.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? And it's just gonna make it look a lot worse than it actually is.
For real. Oh, as Nick comes back into the fold.
Nick comes in at the perfect time.
What happened?
We were just talking about because somebody commented on your last conversation you had on Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj, and they were saying how y'all didn't do the research. Like y'all shouldn't talk about this because y'all didn't do research. So basically, it sounded like he was riding for Lil Kim because y'all said Nicki would win hands down, and I was kind of like, you know what? He might have a point because, like, yo, facts, I know, like, 2 Lil Kim songs.
Who, me?
No, I do.
No, I'm saying, like, who was right? Because that's what I said.
What?
That, like, Lil Kim, I don't know any songs by Lil Kim.
Yeah.
I'm, like, personally, like, I said Nicki would win.
Mm-hmm.
Is that my water?
Mm-mm.
There's another water on the ground right there. Well, you know what? It might be your what?
I think that was my water.
Bro, I've been drinking this whole time.
Nah, that was next.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been drinking this whole time.
No, bro. I don't know why I put my water over there.
I've been drinking this whole time.
But, like, where's my water today? You drank my water.
You guys been
I've been
sharing
drinking this whole time.
Nah, I didn't even drink it last.
Yo, delete this, please. this whole time.
Ew. Yeah, you've been drinking that water.
Yo, this whole time, and you didn't say nothing.
Because I wasn't thirsty. I didn't drink my water
Yo,
since.
you didn't even ask for water.
What do you mean I had my own water?
And you put it down right here?
Yes, it was
You
beside
sure?
me. Yeah, it was beside me. And then
I remember seeing you put it there.
and then after I'm like, okay, like it's right here. Let me put it somewhere visible. So I put it like right here.
Why you looking at me weird?
I'm so shocked right now.
Ew, bro.
Yo.
But it's okay. I'm double vaxxed. You have nothing to worry about.
It is what it is, man. Hey, take mine, bro.
No, I'm not gonna drink it.
I mean,
You might as well
I
at
didn't
this
drink
point.
anything from it, clearly. Yo, I swear I cracked this.
I just don't know why my water would be by your foot.
I swear I cracked this. Like, that's what's crazy. Like, I cracked this.
There's some good stuff right here, yo.
Did I open this?
Yeah, that's open.
You hear that?
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro.
See, so that's the one you cracked and took a sip.
Guy took a sip.
Yo, honestly,
Saw the water beside him.
Yo,
That's mine.
my mind was, this guy didn't ask for water, so mine's right here.
No, because you remember you were like,
Yeah.
yo, oh, you have water. I'm like, yeah, don't worry.
Bro, my mind was, this guy didn't ask for water. Yo, I looked to my side. Whoa, crazy.
Came back, I'm like, God. I'm kind
Guys
of
like
parched.
this guy's like I finished bare water.
That's nuts, bro. That's nuts.
It's too late now, yo. Whatever's been
Anyways,
done has
That's
been
to see
done.
it through, my boy. That's all it is.
back to the original point, though. I do feel like for the time right now for a versus, younger
Yo,
generation
you sure this is yours? This ain't yours.
the younger generation is so fucking caught up more with Nicki songs. Even us as our generation, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We know Nicki's songs from back in high school, and she's still going in the game, bro.
Yeah, that's
you know
what
what
I'm
I mean?
saying. I was also kind of playing, devil's
Devil's
advocate.
advocate?
Because I was like, yo, it's fair because, like, we grew up on Nicki. We don't know nothing, but I don't know nothing about Kim.
Well, that's what, yo, the exact that nigga not listen to the pod then, cause yo, I fully said
Yeah.
that, like, yo, for her time, she
Yeah.
probably had tracks, and the earliest I remember when she was dropping tracks is when she was dropping shit through Junior Mafia,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then after I was like, yo, I'm pretty sure she could hold her own, but I think the younger generation plus us
Mm-hmm.
is gonna side with Nicki because we know most of her tracks.
Yeah.
The 90s niggas would have to start riding for freaking Lil Kim for her to win.
Yeah.
like-
It's got to be in the New York settings.
Cause yo, I think that's
Yo.
the disadvantage with that type of verses is that it's 2 different ages.
Mhm.
That's the thing.
Every verses has been at a relevant.
It's been
They gotta
consistent.
be,
It's
they
been
gotta be
relevant.
close. Yeah, they gotta be close.
Like they put Beanie Man and Bunty Killer together in one
yeah, they
in
gotta
one
be
area.
close.
Like you couldn't put fucking Beanie Man versus Alkaline or something.
Or like Movado or
Or
something.
no, you
Or
can. You could
Vibes.
put Movado in them, but like at the same time, it's
Like, you can't do.
you
Beanie
can't do
and
like a
then
new
Vibes.
age like those are 2 different
Two
ages.
different sounds and everything.
Like
But
Nicki
you know what?
Minaj is from a fucking new era. Like yo,
Yo, honestly, hold on. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, yo, think back even to like the Lox and the
in
Dipset
the Dipset one,
versus. Yo, Dipset had tracks,
they have.
but the thing is, Jadakiss was a good ass performer.
Yeah, no,
like
he
the
has
tracks he was coming out with were hitting.
Yeah.
Yo, think about Lil Kim coming out with that Biggie track, or that Lox track, or that Diddy track. Like some of those tracks just might hit the crowd different.
Where they're talking shit to each other and then she just drops it.
And she just might win just off performance.
But then, yo, the problem with verses at this point is that it's all subjective, because there's still no
That's
way
a
to
fact,
rank.
too.
There's still no way to rank who won.
You base it off the crowd of like what's going on with like, you know, the vibe of what's going on in the scene, like, you know.
But then after, I don't think that doesn't work. That doesn't work too well, because say for instance that good performance aspect is a part of the reason why Lil Kim probably like would win or some shit, right?
Or even like using like the Dipset or the
And
Lox
Lox,
one.
because like Dipset should have won. Like Dipset was like the impact Dipset had on the culture was way bigger than the Lox.
Of course.
Yeah,
We only
but the
knew.
Lox killed them.
But that's what I'm saying. So at that perspective, right? I feel like the people who sided with the Lox winning, then
Yeah,
it's still admitting that like, yo, Dipset has bare tracks. Like this is amazing still. So, fine, performance wise, you're better than us, but we still have the better tracks. And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It becomes subjective. Like, fine, Lil Kim can come up with all these tracks or whatever, and
she might beat her in the verses.
but like, I don't think she would win in an
Track to
official
track?
track to track.
Nah, maybe not. Yeah,
Track to track, she'd have to rely off of features.
yeah.
She doesn't have. Okay, and she was the feature. I swear. Am I lying?
For who?
Every time. Lil' Kim?
For Lil
Oh
Kim.
yeah. I was looking at someone for Spotify stuff, and
Like, I know the people who probably feature on her track were not banging as much as she being the feature on their track.
yeah, a lot of it was like her as a feature.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So like,
Which is fine.
yeah, which is fine because but I don't think she would even win in that game then. Because if you're doing features, yo, Nicki has features, fam.
Yeah, she got a lot.
I kind of just off the
about
top, that Dungeon Dragon fucking feature she did was insane.
Yeah, that was one with Eminem, right?
Yeah.
That was her song.
I think
Roman's Revenge. That was her song.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was her song, but
Yeah.
her verse snapped. Oh well,
Yeah.
actually, that wasn't a feature then. She had features where she snapped.
Like
There was a
Monster.
Monster.
Yeah.
Was it? I think that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I meant then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she yo, her features are nice too, bro. She could go track to track for features too, but
Sure.
in terms of the singles, I think she would still take it over Lil Kim, and that's just optic wise, because I don't know Lil Kim's music like that.
I'll co-sign that.
How did you feel with the whole Dipset and Lox? Like, do you guys actually think Jadakiss like
Killed them.
Like, I know Jadakiss killed it, but like
Yeah.
the way that this guy was talking to them, sometimes some people like I know some people on Twitter were saying that like it felt like these guys are about to scrap.
Yeah, Jadakiss was getting kind of disrespectful. Not gonna lie, but I liked it though. Were you watching it?
I didn't watch it.
Yo, so
I watched the highlights.
Yo, yeah, you could watch the highlights. You can even pull it up on YouTube. Like it's there. But there's some times like he was saying, you know, Dipset ain't saying like they're lip singing. They don't know their rhymes. Like he was talking mad shit.
I wouldn't
You know
be
what I'm
surprised. Yo, these niggas is like older now. Them songs
Yeah,
came
but
out
like
so
it was like,
long.
yo, imagine a New York nigga, like a grungy ass New York nigga saying that shit.
Yeah,
to you,
Jadakiss is like,
Yeah,
yo,
no,
y'all
all
don't even
New
live in
York
New
niggas,
York.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't take the disrespect.
Yo,
Yeah,
Jadakiss
man.
is like, y'all don't even live in New York.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys,
Y'all
you
in
guys live
Miami and
California
wherever
and
else.
everything.
And then he just be like, you know where I'm at, D Block, and you go with that D Block track, and this shit was going hard, and it's like, yo,
D Block track was scary back in the day.
fire, bro. Even the one with Ja Rule, I got 100 bottles and 100 clips, nigga. I'm from New York, yo, that shit slaps.
They played a Diddy track too,
Definitely.
and after the Dipset was getting cheese,
Yeah.
they're like, yo, that's not even yours.
Yeah, where Diddy
Jadakiss
at?
is
They
like,
said, where's
who
Diddy
cares?
at? Yeah.
Who cares?
Yo,
I'm on it.
Did you see motherfucking, yo, what's the dude's, I'm such an idiot for not knowing this guy's name. He does the weatherman report and he taps his foot. Why can't I think of his name? Ballin? What's his name?
Who? Where is he from?
Ballin, we fly high.
Oh,
we
Jim
fly.
Jones?
Jim Jones. Yo, I'm an idiot.
Messing with
Anyways.
weather.
Yo,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what
you
I'm
don't know he
saying.
does the weather thing? Like he taps his foot, he does, anyways, that's another conversation.
Yo, you must
Yo.
have been a real.
Dipset. Anyways, yo,
I like
there was
Dipset,
a moment.
but you were a Dipset.
Yo,
fan.
yo, there was a moment during the performance. This guy fell off stage.
I remember seeing that video.
You
He
see
fell
that?
off, yeah.
Yo, he fell off stage. Let me see if I can find it.
That's
I'll
hilarious.
find it for you.
That's sad.
This guy fell off stage while he's performing. He lost his
Nigga
footing.
performance, bro. Niggas getting rusty out here, bro. I haven't been on stage in
Crazy, man.
But nah, these guys got washed, bro. I know a lot of people had like a lot like anticipation for it,
Yep.
but like I feel like
washed?
performance wise they got washed.
Okay, but track wise,
Track wise it was good, but then still it was just like as you said, like people are there for more of the performance, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Jeezy versus Gucci, people want to see what are these guys gonna
Beef.
do. They want to see the beef. They want to
Yeah.
see guys clashing against each other. You know, take it like a sport. You know what I mean? Like mans are going head to head now with like their music to be like, yo, we're the better group than you, or we're the better art. I'm the better artist.
Who's the next verses you guys would like to see?
You see that shit? Yo, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
he went into the void.
Clean off stage. I was like, bro, I'm so crazy. I'm so mad I didn't see that live.
Who do you guys? Who's a verses you guys would like to see? I think we probably asked that before, but
Chris Brown and Drake.
Man, I heard that before. Man said Breezy would win.
Honestly, it'd be close. It'd be close.
I have no doubt,
It'd be so close.
but I just was really, I would really
question what Chris Brown would play. That's the one thing.
no, but he has.
I know,
He has
I know he has heats, but it's just
Yeah.
more.
Heaters.
I'm just thinking where it's like if you're cutting it down to like 20 tracks, I'm just like, man, what would 20 Chris Brown songs be?
And he has too much. That's the problem.
Yeah,
bro.
lot.
and that's kind
You
of why I'm
probably,
like, I don't even
pull
know.
up some random one that you're like, oh fuck, like
Yeah.
this is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Like one you didn't even really know about.
where he be like,
But then
oh my
after-
bad, this one
well, hold up.
didn't drop
But then
yet.
you know if Drake drops the unreleased, it's over. On the verses,
Jeez. You can't do that.
nah,
Has to be
it's
released.
okay.
Nah, man's
Has to be
no, no,
released.
dropping
Has to be
unreleased
But you
released.
know, niggas is
Has to
playing
be
music
released.
that don't belong to them. That's not
Yeah.
fair either.
Hey,
Yeah, Soldier Boy played.
Soldier Boy did the fucking.
She made it clap like 4 times.
did he?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
You
I
didn't see when he
that
played
versus.
"We Made It" when it wasn't really his song.
I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah,
versus,
that
to be
killed me, yo.
honest.
This guy was
That's
like, yo.
crazy. Somebody brought out Junebug, didn't they? Or Romeo?
Oh, he brought Romeo.
Romeo brought out Junebug?
Soldier brought out Romeo.
Oh, okay. I was wondering
Yeah.
why he was there.
I still think that was the funniest like versus hands down.
That was definitely the funniest one. At first, I thought the Beanie Man and Bounty Killer one was pretty funny.
Yeah, because the police was trying to shut them down.
Yeah, and all that bullshit. Like,
I just remembered that.
but
Yeah.
yo, the Soldier one was actually too funny.
Yo, you know what I love about Jamaicans? How they say people peeper. You ever notice Jamaicans say, yo, shout out to all the peeper in the crowd?
No, I never heard.
Never heard him say that? Yo, listen to Be The Man. Be The Man says that sometimes. I was like, yo, that's hilarious that they say
I
it
thought
like
the
that.
other funny one was Dream versus oh man, I always forget his name. The Dream went up against somebody, bro, and that
The Dream?
The Dream went up.
Radio Killer, that one?
Hold on.
Was the man just getting roasted? Like huh?
I didn't even see that one. Do you see that one?
No, I didn't even watch that one.
Oh, that's crazy.
But I remember Nick was talking about that one. But there was another one that was pretty. It was like Nelly versus
I miss all these verses.
and like I remember Nelly's versus his internet was trash.
I miss all. Oh, those are the ones where they were doing because the COVID was huge. They were doing like separately.
Yeah,
things.
doing virtually.
Yeah, I miss all those.
Those are probably some of the funniest ones because like man's internet was just poo.
Yeah.
So like man's like yo like
actually,
you're rich. How's your internet so bad?
I tuned into one, and one of them was like old people. It was like old, like like soul
like
artists.
Babyface and like
Yeah, and like one of them
Maxwell or whatever
they couldn't even figure out the Instagram live. So like they had to reschedule it for another day so like his grandson could let him know how it actually works. Cause the man came out, he's trying to talk to it. He's like, yo, how this thing work? I'm like, yo, you're on. You're good. Just go. He's like, yo, the thing's not working. So I guess he couldn't see it on his side. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Man probably closed the app and thought it was like, yo, what's going on?
It's gone, but it's still showing. It's like, I don't know. But
It's funny because it's like, it really shows like how human, like no matter how big you are,
yeah.
it's like everyone goes through that phase where it's
man.
like you just stay out the loop on things.
Yeah, especially when you're older and like there's a disconnect.
Yeah.
Things move so fast. Even with like your own parents. Like my mom don't know nothing about cell phone like every day she's asking, every day she asks me the same question about cell phone. I feel like, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like she doesn't retain the knowledge. I don't know why, but like you gotta explain the same thing again. But that's like, you get it. There's a disconnect.
Yo, that's why I put my mom on iPhone. I put her on iPhone so I don't have to learn how to use another phone for her to learn how to use.
So you make sure it's the same phone. So
yeah,
like,
so I'd rather get her
confusing.
something.
But why would it be confusing for you? You supposed to be like,
Nah, because like I don't use Android. Like
it's intuitive. Like,
but like it's not the fact that I can't do it.
Yeah,
it's just more of that. It's like why am I gonna learn something I
hear you.
I'm not gonna use? You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
So it's like I rather just put her on to what I'm doing. So then, if anything, if she needs help, I can just be like, "Yo, just do this, this, and this." But with my dad, he's with Android. I let my sister deal with that because I'm like, "Yo,
that's a different avenue."
I'm like, "Yo, I don't got Android. Yo, you gotta go to her."
Give him the heads up. Hey, if you don't get the iPhone,
if you got iPhone, I can help you with everything.
You know what I'm saying?
But if you get the Android, it's beyond me.
This is on my job description.
Sorry, you gotta call this number instead.
I'm talking about you gonna have to talk to HR. You gonna have to talk to Larry. Larry know about that, but me, not even my department right there.
I'm just Apple only. Sorry.
That's it.
But like with that, it just makes my life a lot easier with that, man. Especially with like trying to like teach like your parents something new with technology, because like with them, as you said, they learn like things are just different for them.
Yeah.
Even for us, with some of the stuff that we're going through now, where I'm starting to feel like certain things with technology, I'm like, yo, this is like crazy.
Like what? Like, give an example.
Like the example would be coding. For example, I suck at coding. I hate coding.
That sounds like you got to be into that though.
But like what I mean,
general.
What I mean by that is like more of like I don't even know what I'm saying, to be honest with that.
Yeah, because like coding is something this has to be your job.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a better example of like technology moving fast, but
like
coding
VR?
Was the first thing. Nah,
AR.
VR is cool.
Trying to go
VR. The only thing with VR, I think everyone goes to the same thing where like they don't know where they are and like in between.
You ever try that? You ever try VR?
Yeah, I went to there's a VR place on Queen Street in Brampton.
Oh, really?
Queen and Kennedy. I forgot the name of the VR place, but I went there a couple years ago. It was cool, but the only thing was I just kept running into the wall.
Did you actually?
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Because like I keep thinking they're like, oh, when you reach to a certain point, you're gonna reach the edge.
You don't have to walk though. You just use the joysticks and they walk for you.
No, this place you actually could.
You have to walk.
You actually have to move around yourself.
What?
Yeah, it was hard.
What kind of VR is this?
It's high tech shit, right?
Yeah,
there.
That's crazy. The only VR I did is like the PlayStation headset one.
Nah, like this is the thing with the actual headset on. You put the straps like connect, like you strap yourself on and everything.
Yeah. And you walk around. And then if you walk, your character walks. That sounds crazy. So how'd you hit the wall?
Because like you're like in a box.
But aren't they supposed to safeguard you so you don't hit the wall?
I still hit the wall, bro.
That's crazy. So they did everything in their power to stop you from hitting the wall.
Nah,
you still hit the wall?
It was just like they told you in the game when you reach to a certain point. Like I think it was like when you reach like the whitest part or whatever. That's the wall. But then a lot of times, I'm trying to like do like extra stuff. So you already know, you already know I'm trying to do a little thing where you bump off the wall and then you go like jump up the side.
X Games mode shit.
Yeah, like I'm doing stuff that's out of my element.
You doing?
So, but then I was like, let me deal with that.
It's your own fault, then, man. I don't feel sorry for you anymore.
You know what? It's probably my fault, but I'm just gonna say it's their fault.
Sure. All right.
The one place I do want to try though is the VR spot with the it's like a zombie apocalypse type of thing.
I never gone to a VR spot. I've only tried it when my homie brings over his headset. That's it.
No, when you actually get the ones where you actually have the headset on, you're moving around, it's different. Like I understand why people get lost in it.
Word.
Because it's like you block out everything that's happening around you.
Yeah.
The only thing that you're focusing on is in the game that you're playing.
Yeah, because you're in a different world.
Yeah, it's almost
literally you're in a new world.
It's almost like when I game with with some mans on PC, and they'll be like, "Yo, why you get distracted?" And I'm like, I'm doing other stuff on the side. I'm watching a movie, also playing while playing and stuff like that. But with VR, it's like, you can't do that. If you're playing the game, you're playing the game.
Yeah, you're immersed.
Yeah,
immersion's crazy.
So it's like you actually disconnect yourself from the world.
Yeah.
And in a way, I'm kind of happy for that, just because it's like when you're playing games, you're just trying to disconnect from people.
Yeah,
You know,
kind of.
you're trying to play like. Imagine if you're playing League of Legends.
Not really. I'm not trying to disconnect because like that's a team oriented.
No, but like what I mean by disconnect, I mean you try to disconnect from the outside world and you try to
Like you're
focus
trying to
on the
relieve
game.
stress and like
Like you're trying to focus on the game at task.
I hear that.
Imagine if you're playing League of Legends
Yeah.
and you're doing you're playing Rift
Right.
VR.
No, I'd be stressed.
That's but like but the thing is
you know how stressed I get
but
on
your
that.
teammates would actually your teammates would have no choice to talk at that point.
Okay.
Because imagine a man like Funshow.
Couldn't happen.
Imagine a man like Funshow screaming at a man in the game.
That could not happen. Yo, that'd be real life fights. Like you'll be swinging at the air. Be like, yo, I told you to go here. Why didn't you? And they come at you with some bullet. Anyways, I'm not gonna get it.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like when it's VR, now you're focused on solely the game. Because those other people are probably distracted by other stuff that's happening in their house. People are messaging them. They got like maybe appointments that they gotta make and everything. Now when they're actually in the game, they know that they have to set aside 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And they can't just be go doing little things.
It'll be crazy. Like once we get to the point where like you ever see that you've seen the movie, I think it's called Player One or something like that. Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, when it gets to that'd be crazy, man. Like when you're fully immersed.
Your body doesn't have to move. And that's the best VR.
Like you're in it.
That's the best
it's like
VR.
Mind transfer.
That's gonna be the best VR that's gonna come out.
That's gonna be nuts.
It's gonna be scary because you're gonna be basically transferring your consciousness to like a digital world.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it will just really show like, man, like you can really get away from the world. But I think it's also gonna raise suicide rates because man's are gonna take the game too seriously.
You think it would raise suicide rates?
Because man's are gonna be in the game. Imagine if you're a man that like you're just minding to make money and everything.
Suicide rates or would it raise unemployment rates?
I think more suicide. Because people are gonna now when you lose stuff in games, you're gonna feel it more. Because your consciousness is gonna be in the game. You're gonna get more emotional.
No, but
because
like,
you're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel that, and then you're gonna take your headset off.
I think it'll be like the one-off story where, like, this guy kills himself because he lost 1,000, VC or whatever in game.
Yeah,
but like, I don't think it'll be like something like an epidemic or something like that. I don't think it'll be anything. I don't think so.
I think they'll try try finesse into video games to be like, oh, the reason why suicide rates are up is because of video games.
Of course, there's always something new.
But it's probably social media and all that stuff.
Yo, I just want to see that. Yo, I hope I live long enough to see that shit.
And you know what? It'll benefit us when we get old too. When we do that, because we ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah,
and our generation is more of the generation of like traveling and like going out and like trying to like experience.
Like imagine like you can go to that, like you can travel without actually having to travel. Oh, that kind of suck actually.
Nah, because the whole experience is trying to experience it with like certain people.
So like you still feel it though.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, nah, maybe that would be sick.
And then you get the highlights instead of having like those little buffer times when you're on vacation where you're like, yo, what do I do?
Yeah.
And you just sit there.
Yeah.
You just fast forward through that.
Teleport to places.
Just fast forward through that.
That's sick.
That's the future, yo. The future, people have no patience on things.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually the crazy thing about it.
That'd be dope. But one thing I did want to bring up, top 5. You know about top 5.
Yeah.
The rapper.
I don't really call him a rapper, but yeah.
You don't call him a rapper? I swear that's his occupation. He's a rapper.
The reason
I say he's a rapper.
I guess we'll say that's his title that he's going with.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he just put out a music video and a song.
And he's on the run.
2 days, and he's on the run. He's like the modern day Billy the Kid.
That's gangster.
So I'm wondering what's going on. Like, how is he on the run? Apparently, he went to Saskatchewan. So like he's hanging out there, Saskatchewan or Alberta, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's hanging out there trying to hide, but he's still putting out content.
I read it.
That's crazy.
He's getting a check,
bro. How do you do that?
Yo, you just gotta follow the top 5 blueprint. Do something, and just go on the run. Just you just can't make it big enough where every province is looking for you like that.
Bro, just think about that. Like, yo, you're on the run. It's a Canada-wide I guess like charge or like what do they call it? Canada-wide warrant on his head for first-degree murder, and you're still putting out YouTube videos and music.
Yo, he's building his legacy right now.
That's nuts, man. Like when he's caught, like what do you do? Like it's over.
When you're caught, that's when you just be like, yo, look at all the stuff I did while on the run.
Damn. I don't know.
That's what it's all about. You're right at this point.
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe because
Cement yourself in Toronto history.
Yeah, because mind you, and even I was listening to a little bit to the song, and like to the song, he's like, he's like basically ratting himself out. He's like, I caught that dude, and like typical rapper shit, like I caught that dude in the back, shot him twice.
Yeah.
Tried to run. I was like, bro.
He's incriminating himself.
This is what they try to lock you up for. What is he doing, baby?
Yeah, but like easily you can get that tossed out. You can just be like, yo, I was just like,
Nah, man.
I was just lying.
Nah, because if the facts come true or like, yeah, he actually did this, then they can say, oh, what about these other raps? Did he actually do it? Because like that's how like some rappers got incriminated. I forget who.
Some of them, but like there's
like
ways around it. 6ix9ine
shit. Like they use some of his raps, right?
Yeah, but 6ix9ine ended up just saying like I didn't do any of that. I just said it for the music.
Yeah. But like same shit.
Because unless it's like an actual like conversation.
Nah, hold on. There was a rapper, YBN.
Yeah.
And he
Murder on My Mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to use it, and then he was like, nah. He was just like speaking some next stuff.
But really,
but then like it was too descriptive.
You right?
Yeah.
So it could be that. Like this could be him telling on himself in his rounds again.
Well, he's on the run, so
yeah.
I think he's already done justice
he don't
there.
care. Yeah.
At that point, as I say, he's just building out his resume at this point.
That shit crazy.
Just to be like, look at all the stuff I did while on the run.
That shit crazy, man.
Because like with something like this is something that like people are gonna look, especially some men's in the hood growing up, they're gonna be like, damn, like a man like Top 5 just didn't care.
That's not a good example.
That's
not something you want to. That's not something you want to put out into the streets, man.
But that's the thing. You say that, but then that's stuff that they'll still look at because they're like, he made it out.
Listen to this.
He got a Drake shout out.
He is not the model you want to follow.
He was on CP24. The man got his name out there and everything. So some of these men, like, they just want a little bit of clout.
That is not the model you want to follow, man. Like, I'm not mad at him getting his money, but like, don't do this murder shit, man. Don't do that murder shit, man. That's not what you want to do. That's not the way you want. Like, I understand, you gotta do what you gotta do, but anybody can pull a gun. There's a I think it was Friday. Anybody can shoot a gun, man. That don't make you a man.
You gotta use those hands.
You gotta use them hands,
or
man.
the brick.
That's it. That's it, man. That's it, man.
But bro, you already know how it is.
Yeah,
you already know how it is. Especially with the Toronto politics and everything. You already know how it is with that. But
you be into the true crime of Toronto a lot more than me.
No, I just know that I subscribe to a YouTube channel, Savages of the Six. Shout out to them for keeping me up to date with some of the Toronto stuff that's going on in the city.
I might have to subscribe to that because like you be knowing shit, and I'm like, yo, you homies with all these niggas? Like, how you know all this shit?
Nah, bro, you just gotta know. You just gotta know what's going on around you. You know what I mean? You can't just be moving around. Like, I'm not trying to say I'm affiliated with nobody.
Yeah,
I'm always neutral. Because like I can't be always looking over my shoulder.
I figured it is.
But you just gotta know a little bit just to
You ever think about getting a gun license and getting a gun?
Yeah, I would like to. I've always said I would get a gun.
Yeah.
Only just for like protection of my home.
Of course. Yeah.
I wouldn't just be someone that'd be walking around with it just to use it to be like, yo, if anyone tries to act up, it's gonna pull it out.
Yeah, for sure not.
But it would just be like for anyone that tries to break into my home, stuff like that.
You could keep it in your car too, though, as long as it's concealed.
Can you?
Yeah, as long as it's. I think as long as it's. Actually, I might be messing this up with the states.
I prefer just to have someone else carry it instead of me carrying it.
I think there was an Eminem line on that. I don't gotta carry. Fuck, I'm gonna fuck this up. I don't gotta carry a weapon.
This guy butchered all his rap lines. I
butchered it, but like, there's an Eminem line. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Continue.
But honestly, I would just rather have someone to have it on them instead of me carrying it. Just because like, I feel like when you have it on you, you're always just thinking about it on you, and like at that point, it's like, yo, like what am I really doing? It's like, why don't they just hire someone to do this for me?
Facts.
And it's if things go south, it's realistically not me that has to deal with it.
Facts.
Because I'm hiring them
You always gotta have,
somewhere else.
yeah. You always gotta have a guy to go down for you. Kind of like how
you gotta have a fall guy.
You gotta have a fall guy.
You always gotta have a fall guy in the group.
Yeah,
As of right now,
mind, by the way.
As of right now, we don't have a fall guy. We're accepting applications for any fall guys out there that listens to the podcast.
Speak for yourself.
Let us.
I'm good.
Let us know.
Why you saying us still? Let me know. Start saying that, please. I am good.
I don't know if Nick wants a fall guy. So
He's good too. Don't speak on him.
I'm here just trying to look up. I'm trying to look up for all men to get a fall guy.
Word.
If anything happen,
unless we are going to an event. All right, cool. I understand. But if I'm on my ones, I'm good, man.
No, I still want a fall guy with me just in case.
On your ones?
You never know.
I figured.
I might say something that someone doesn't like. You know, there might be someone that's like, "Yo, why is this guy getting all this info from these guys from Savages at 6?"
Saying you might get jumped like Charlemagne.
I might. You never know.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. You never know that there might be that one guy that's like, "Yo,
yeah,
I'm tired of this guy talking." You know?
Yeah.
This guy talks too much. Just pulls up one day. I'm just like, he's like, "Yo, Dreday, huh?"
That one, huh? And that's it. That's all you heard. I
get 2 thumps in my head, and I got the Obama jog from there.
Hey, that's how you just gotta have that thing on you, man.
But I got someone else for that.
Or have that.
Well, you know what? I can't even be having these full conversations like this because the podcast is not even bringing in guap like that.
Hey, you gotta speak it into existence, man.
If the podcast is bringing that kind of guap, then you know when we got video and everything. If you see a random big black guy in the corner of the podcast, just know it's my security there.
That's the wax.
That's the wax right there.
I hear that.
Because I need someone bigger than me to protect me.
For real.
Can't have someone that's shorter than me or anything. Like, you know, if I start losing bare weight, I gotta find someone that's like, you know, if he's too big, I gotta make him lose weight too. Because, you know, can't have him that much bigger than me. I see him big enough where, like, if someone sees...
Oh, yeah, you have a complex about that. It's people being taller than you.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So your bodyguard can't be taller than you?
No, my bodyguard's taller than me because he's protecting me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But he can't be your friend.
But he can be my homie, but he's my bodyguard first. You know what I mean? If you're my homie and you're taller than me, are you protecting me?
Yeah,
Nah.
That's crazy.
Nah, so that means...
That's crazy, bro. Come on, son. That's a weird Napoleon complex you got going on there, man.
I wouldn't really call it a Napoleon complex.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's just
your friend can't be taller than you?
I prefer my friend not to be taller than me.
Why?
Just because...
Why is that even a preference? That doesn't even make sense.
It's just one of my preferences. I just prefer someone. So if you're my homie, I prefer if you're taller. Just a little bit taller.
This sounds like PTSD. Like you've been tired of looking at that one tall friend for too long, and your neck started to crack. You said never again. I ain't never gonna look up this long ever again.
Yo, it might be some trauma. I have no idea what it is right now at this exact moment. If I figure that out, I'll definitely talk about it on the podcast, and maybe we'll see.
Okay.
If the podcast is still flowing during that time, then I'll see if we can talk about if it's a true Napoleon complex type of thing. But
it definitely is.
To me right now, I'm just gonna say nah. Maybe this is my denial stage.
Shrugging my shoulders.
But I'm gonna say nah.
Shrugging my shoulders.
Next thing is South Park signed a $900 million deal.
Ooh. Let's give it applause
Big
for that.
dollars.
Let's give it applause for that. Shout out to South Park. Fucks with that show, man.
It's like one of the few shows I actually look at where I'm like, I would actually get a tattoo of it. Like I would actually get a South Park tattoo.
You have any tattoos?
Yeah, I got like 3 right here.
Oh, I can't see.
Yeah, they're kind of not faded, but like, you know, I'm a dark color, so
yeah,
it's black ink.
I guess that's the good thing about, you know, being dark skinned and getting tattoos, because like, you know, some people look at it as like, you know, oh, he's a rebel, but like, you know, you can barely see it on you. So
not really. It's like when you
still kind of look
like
corporate
in the daytime. You know what I mean?
What I'm trying to say is like you still got to kind of like you can still go corporate.
I'll just get what's it called, a heart on my face just to make myself uncorporate.
That's crazy.
Or I get a teardrop.
Ain't nobody say that.
If I just pull up to work with a teardrop,
let's get back to the South Park. Let's get back to the South Park. Yeah, good on South Park for doing that, yo. Shout out to South Park. South Park's dope. I think the last time I tuned into South Park was like the Remember Me.
Oh, the Member Berries.
Member Berries, yeah.
Yeah, that was
the
a good
last time I tuned
season.
in. I gotta catch up. I don't remember what season that was, but I gotta catch up.
I think that was like season, maybe season 20.
What? You
Yeah,
serious?
yeah. Right now they're at season 23.
Oh, okay. All right. So not so bad. Not so bad. I thought they were like close to like 26, 27.
No,
That's why they got put through to like 30. But damn, they got that many. So that's like another like
there's like 7 more
7
seasons.
years.
Yeah,
They
and
come
like
out
also
yearly, right?
2 more movies.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shoot. Yo,
So
South Park,
2 movies and
they tried to
7 more seasons.
They tried to cancel South Park not too long ago.
They always try to cancel it.
Well, like now because of like the
It's too
culture,
powerful.
the quote unquote culture.
Yeah, it's way too powerful right now.
Yeah.
Because like you can try to deprive the people of certain things, but like the people want it.
Yeah.
The corporates are gonna go with where the money's at.
Facts.
So they're not gonna look at it and be like, oh, we're gonna go
Yeah,
back and not use you guys because you guys are making too much money.
Bro, South Park came out with too many jokes, man. Like the Kanye West fish sticks,
Yeah,
the Michael Jackson, I think it was like Peter Pan or some shit. I can't even remember.
that was one. They also made fun of Barbara Streisand,
Bro.
Tom Cruise,
Bro.
R. Kelly.
Bro.
They also made fun of
Everybody.
Scientology.
Everybody you can think of, they did.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. Man.
South Park literally,
Yeah.
hands down, is probably like
My
one of the
favorite show.
greatest
It might be
cartoons.
above Rick and Morty. I think it's above Rick and Morty, and that was kind of blasphemous, my brother. Rick and Morty is not overrated.
I don't know. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say South Park is still over it just because of the longevity.
But for sure.
But Rick and Morty,
I get bigger laughs out of South Park, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Rick and Morty is more of it's still like in the like young stages, because like they're also trying to do like 10 more seasons of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I did hear that too.
So it's
I did
like
hear that as well.
in that keeping that in mind, it really just shows that like this is just like the baby stage of it, and the baby stage of it is still really good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really good.
It is.
You might just not like the show, Nick.
No, I like the show. I just think when I watch it, I'm like, yo, like, does it deserve the cult fan base does it have? I'm not mad at it, but I just question it because I'm like, it's not doing anything mind bending. It's not doing anything
New. Yeah.
Like this is like a little bit more X-rated Futurama in my opinion.
Yeah, it's approaching like that South Park line, and I think that's why a lot of people are into it.
I think.
Like,
I wouldn't say that just because it's on a different type of like scale than it. Because like Rick and Morty is more of like
people like the dynamic.
Yeah,
because the grandson and this crazy. It's like watching fucking Back to the Future but fucked up.
Yeah.
I think there's also like a lot of like the cult following because like they go through like
so much different times
and time periods. So I think like they come up with all those theories. And stuff
it's not
like
just
that.
like it's not just like recent stuff like
I think
where like South Park's more of like things that happen like what's going around like what's happening right now.
Yeah, people feed into the conspiracy of it all too.
Yeah,
what conspiracy?
I don't know, just like playing off like evil
multiverse. Certain things don't like a lot of stuff
like,
in life doesn't matter.
They say evil Morty is Rick's original Morty. Like how Rick goes through like a whole bunch of Mortys.
Mm-hmm.
Like the evil Morty is like
the original Rick and Morty.
Original Rick and Morty. And like the reason why Rick treats Morty the way he does is so that Morty doesn't turn into evil Morty.
Yeah. There's a lot of conspiracies behind
fiction.
Behind Rick and Morty. Like I watch a lot of it on YouTube, and like a lot of like there's like so much Easter eggs in the show that you probably would be like, yo, what the hell? Like I didn't even notice that.
And that's what I mean. Like that. I guess that's what makes the show like interesting is because people can they try to make a storyline now, and that's what kind of set it apart from a lot of these like other kind of cartoon adult shows.
Yeah.
Where some of them don't really know how to play a good storyline into this comic like style. You know what I mean? In the sense of like, all all right, Family Guy or fucking American Dad or like, what's that show that we had over here that was Canadian? Forget About It and all that
I
shit.
never watched that one.
I know Forget About It's a pretty good show. It's on Teletoon.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It does make me laugh a 1-2 time.
Yeah.
But they don't have a consistent story. Like every episode is just a new thing. Whereas Rick and Morty, they were doing that for a bit, but then they were able to use the variables within the show, like them going to a new dimension, blah blah, or
like the aftermath of certain like missions that they did or something like that.
They were able to be like, yo, we could spin off and make a story from like all these adventures and everything. And I think that's the key to making like, I guess, a good, I guess, longevity out kind of show, because it's like
keeps things open ended.
Yeah, like every show that has some form of storyline or whatever, or shows that continue to be developed more and more because there's more to just the characters. There's like something else to kind of look forward to. So that's why I would assume that's why they have the cult fan base. But when I watch the show, as I said, it's just to me, I guess it's like it's not really doing anything crazy. It's just using the variables, and that's why it's doing so good. It's just doing good because it has something that fans are looking forward to.
Yeah.
And the mess is just kind of like regular old fucking mature content.
Like all the stuff that we kind of go through and talk about, but like no one really says it in certain shows. Like when Rick had that one when they had the party, and then Rick's like, "Yo, people only drink just to get wrecked." You know, like we don't do it try to mingle or nothing. We don't care about all that. We just want to get wrecked and just have a good time and just screw everything else.
That's why I don't drink.
Wait, sorry. What was that connection just now? I didn't get it.
Oh, like the connection is just more of like relevant stuff to like how it connects to people now.
Oh, in the show?
Yeah.
I thought they were. I was gonna say that they kind of are like culturally aware to some degree.
Yeah.
Or like they'll talk about relevant like shit that some people
like,
grew up on. I remember they had the
They
dragon.
make bold statements.
They had the dragon give Rick the
soul.
the signed fucking future Dirty Sprite 2
Yeah, the
shit.
soul fusion or some shit like that.
I don't remember. I just remember the future track playing in the background.
Yeah.
The Molly the
Yeah. They
mask
like
off.
soul bonded.
Mask Off was playing, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought. That's what I was saying. Like, they're like kind of culturally aware, so that I feel like that also plays into like how some fans probably like the show, because it's like, oh yeah, this is relevant. Like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this cartoon is of some relevance. Whereas like a lot of these kind of other cartoons, they do that, but as I said, the thing that they're missing is like some form of storyline.
Yeah, that's why like a show like Gumball. I think it's Gumball.
I love
Gumball.
Yeah, Gumball.
But it wasn't like an adult show.
Yeah, it was a kid show.
Like, yeah.
I
So
liked it a lot,
Gumball, fucking Adventure Time, regular show.
Steven Adventures.
What?
Steven Adventures.
Steven Universe, you mean?
Steven Universe, yeah.
I don't know that show.
I barely watched that show, but that show was
It's a good show.
Estelle plays a character on that show.
Who?
Estelle.
It's the one that sings American Girl. American Boy.
Her. I haven't heard from her in so long.
Yeah. Well, you get to hear her original voice on the show.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, I might tune into it.
She plays somebody I forgot.
Okay.
But yeah, you can hear her voice. But yeah, that show is like, all right, it's cool.
Speaking of shows, I recently watched He-Man on Netflix.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, y'all watch He-Man?
I remember I seen it, but I didn't watch it. And when I mean seen it, I remember I saw like a teaser trailer to it. About it coming out to Netflix or something.
Oh yeah, so I know they're coming out they came out with a new He-Man.
Yeah,
like revamped up and all that stuff.
Did you watch it? You didn't watch it?
Nah, I barely even watched the original. So
it was pretty good. Honestly, I didn't watch it either. But like I have older brothers. Like my brother's like 35, 36. So like when he watched it, like I remember watching it sometimes.
Yeah, I remember it used to come on Teletoon here and there, but I just didn't fuck with like the art and the way how.
I know, yeah, it was really old, but this one,
This one is more. Of
one's
course,
good.
I don't doubt that it was a
Yeah.
good show. It's
Yeah.
just that at the time the animation mans them were
Yeah, I get
on
it.
par.
I
You
get
know
it.
what I
I
mean?
get it.
Yeah, man, just
That's
still
what stopped
behind.
me from watching He-Man. But it was. I knew He-Man was always just a cult
Yeah.
classic.
It's a classic. Yeah, this one is really good. Like they even have who's that Jedi?
Wait, hold on. This is not live action, is it?
No, it's cartoon.
okay.
It's all cartoon.
Cause,
Got
yo,
to double check.
No,
I got
yo,
my guy in
I
it,
think
yo.
that's what a lot of these fucking studios and everybody need to stop doing. Like, quit the fucking live action shit out.
What's the live action thing that you?
No, I'm just saying, like, that's just been a trend for, like, every movie that people want to remake. Nothing's original anymore. Like, I will say, I feel like, I love movies, and I feel like I've watched every good movie there is.
What? No way.
What do you mean, no way? Why do you think everybody makes a good movie?
I don't think
Why do you-
everybody makes a good
no,
movie.
okay,
I
hold
don't
on.
think you watch every good movie.
Okay, at what
I think
period?
you watch every
No, hold on,
movie
hold
you
on.
like.
What would you consider the earliest period where somebody made like if anything to me, I personally think 80s movies were probably the start of when movies are starting to get wicked. Like everything was original
Yeah.
up until fucking this. Like
Yo, that was the
Up
coke.
in-
Yo,
I'm
that
just
was
saying,
literally during the coke era.
I'm just saying the earliest times movies started getting sick and interesting was the 80s. So at what
I feel
point?
you on that.
And that's what I'm saying. I think I've watched a good portion of all the best movies from each era.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, like, right now we're in an era where all these like production companies and people are just fucking making remakes of like shit that used to
Same
be
movies.
great in the past.
You know what?
Trying
I
to
think
milk it
like,
out.
you didn't remember when they were trying to remake Scarface? Like, why the fuck are they remaking Scarface?
I think I got an answer to your question.
All right, spit it.
So, I feel like the way it was back then is that people are doing drugs properly.
Huh?
Because, like as
I
Nick
did
said,
not
it was
expect you to go
during
this way.
it was during the 80s. The 80s was during the rise of like a lot of people like the coke era.
Okay.
So a lot of people were doing drugs back then, and people were doing it more to like have fun and stuff like that. And
No, I
they
don't think
and
that's
they're coming with a bunch of original ideas. Everything was new and all that because like in the Western time. Like the western part of the world is starting experiencing.
You're on a different wave.
No,
hold on. I'm about to give you the truth. The reason why that shit is so original is because nobody ever fucking did it. It's not because of drugs.
No, but what I'm saying
I'm
is
just
that
saying
a
they
lot
came
of
out of a
those
boom when
times.
war and everything was fucked up. Yes, people, all that shit happened, but it wasn't because of drugs.
Nah, man, I'm telling
there was
you.
a whole cultural boom. People were fucking bored. These guys are like, we can make movies. Movies are still like a thing, and we're like, people are coming up with fucking better ideas because nobody's ever made Jaws before. Nobody's ever made fucking Rambo.
They had the
or-
good coke back.
Yeah,
They got the
man
good-
said
they got
everyone's
the
doing
good
coke,
stuff
and
back
then
then,
they're like,
bro.
let's make movies. Like,
Yo, they had the good heroin.
They had the good stuff back then.
nah,
Like,
apparently
man,
continue that tape.
right now,
Yo.
right now, I feel like with like the people that are coming up with the movies now,
Yeah.
and why they're trying to always go back to like the new stuff is because everyone right now I feel like we're stuck in this time of like nostalgia.
Nah,
You know, like everyone just wants to go back to the good old days
You
and
know
the
what?
good times.
Let me enter a different point, a different avenue. I think his technology was just advancing a little bit.
That's that's the problem. Everybody's so comfortable with fucking CGI
Yeah.
and fucking cutting costs and then using people and cutting staff by just using like 3D like animation and shit, bro. It's boring now. It's so I can't lie. Every fucking movie that involves some form of CGI, it's like we're at a point now where you can book it. Like it's not interesting anymore because it's like you can just tell that we already know that
This wasn't shot here.
No, not even that. Just we know about technology now, where it's like okay, knowing what animation and CGI can do, that is fake.
Yeah.
Whereas in the early like 2000s or some shit when Jurassic Park first came out, nobody can't tell me when man seen the first Jurassic Park and then they seen that dinosaur stand up or whatever, that wasn't like a crazy moment. That was a crazy moment
because it looked real, because it was actual
it looked
thing.
fucking real, and that was the first time man's got to really see real CGI. Like, this is
Okay.
what a dinosaur could look like. This is what a dinosaur can act like if
Okay.
people were to X, Y, and Z. Not
know
saying
what?
that was the greatest moment,
Let
but
me
there's
dial
other
back my
moments.
skepticism,
'Cause,
because there
like-
was a point in the movie I was kind of freaked out, like when the I forget the guy's name, but the fat professor with the glasses, I think his name was Ned or something.
Yeah.
When that little dinosaur caught him lacking, and when his car broke down,
Yeah.
Spit in his face.
yeah, that moment scared me still.
Yo,
not
and
gonna
that's what I'm
lie.
saying. Okay, and here's what made that so special because at the time, movies were still using animatronics like robots and just and like custom shit. And that scene, or at least in at those times when movies were being made, Jurassic Park, for instance, was using a combination of CGI and
puppets.
Like there's a whole bunch of scenes where you look at it and you're like, bro, that look fucking real. And I think that's what's missing in today's fucking like movie shit, at least, and just in the aspect of CGI kind of shit. Like I feel like the puppeteering shit has gone down tremendously, and that is a fact. You cannot dispute that right now.
Yeah, because everyone just uses like mans in like green suits.
Everything is green suit, but there's
Endgame was good though.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying we're at a point now where
like
it's
the love, like I guess the missing, like when you're cooking, it's like you're putting love into your food.
That's gone.
Basically it's gone.
Fact.
Everything's all like mechanical and everything.
Imagine how depressing it must be being an actor and you're like, all right, I'm doing all this in front of a green screen right now. You don't even get us. Hold up. I'm just saying, as an actor, you work better in
when you feel like your life, like you feel like you're
it's a little bit more. You're on the
set.
Like you're immersed into it.
Yeah. Now you have to imagine it in your head, or you have to kind of like. And I give credit to actors nowadays. That's a good,
because they still pull it off.
They still pull it off. Like somebody, they do a tremendous job. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's missing some of that like realness to
magic.
it. I guess if that's the magic. But like. There's just that, and then to speak on originality, the initial thing about like live action, everyone just doesn't have a good story to make anymore. And I feel like, if anything, I feel like the trend now is that like people are starting to notice that like there aren't like what hasn't been done already. It takes like a crazy genius or multiple people to come up with a really good story, or at least a good story within that genre. Because like, I thought about it. I'm like, there aren't any good. This is just an example. There aren't any good scary movies. The only good scary movie that came out in recent years was Hereditary. I will not lie. And Hereditary just was good because of how the way they did it. It wasn't like a traditional like the plot and story and everything. Like, I remember watching it, I'm like, what is this about? And then they're like, oh, it's just a demon possession movie. Okay, cool. It didn't start off like that.
Yeah.
It didn't come off like that. The way how they did everything and it led up to it, and it didn't follow, like, the traditional shit.
It's on
but
Netflix?
It's a cool movie. Like,
I'll check it out.
When you look at scary movies, the trend, at least, 'cause I like scary movies. The trend in scary movies I've seen has been like...
All right, so put an explosion, big movie Recco by Nick. Hereditary, go check that out.
I guess you're into scary movies.
Yeah, here we lost there. I was like, wait, what?
I hear what you're saying.
The movie recommendation, go check out that Hereditary. Scary movie.
But in just terms of scary movies, actually, I will say The Conjuring was actually a really good movie too. The Conjuring series.
Conjuring, I didn't see that either.
One of the scariest movies in a minute. I can't lie. Like Hereditary was just, I liked it because the way how they played it out wasn't like the super traditional type of like demon possession movie.
Yeah.
Whatever. Conjuring was just really fucking scary, and there was like a good story to it for a scary movie. And mind you, scary movies are hard to kind of make without honestly, the scariness.
Yeah.
Because
every story comes like, sorry to cut you out. Every scary movie has a we got into this situation, now we're stuck here, and the conclusion is we either come to terms with what made this happen, or everyone dies.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm
or
basic,
somebody escapes.
So I'm basic. Yo, when it came out, I saw it in theaters. Yo, I don't know. Like, people say it wasn't scary. Like, yo, some almost caught me. So
no, of course. Okay, and that's the thing. Okay, Stephen King novels or stories and shit are interesting. That's what made it scary. Like, but like I'm just saying, in without a story, these kind of movies don't really have an original sauce.
True.
It's like they're following something else.
Yeah.
Like
True.
there's the only like movies that I think are of some form of originality at this point are from like the OGs who've been doing it, like Martin Scorsese, maybe a Christopher Nolan, who knows how to build like a good story out of like an old story that we're used to. Plenty others that I'm missing, but I just feel that's the problem. Like
I'm trying to think about like what was the last like original movie that was like really good.
I love Christopher Nolan movies, and I think all of his movies are.
What's a Christopher Nolan movie? Oh, that like Batman.
Well, Batman we know about, but I'm saying like originals, like Interstellar.
Interstellar was Christopher Nolan. Damn, that was a good one.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Inception.
That's Christopher Nolan too.
Yeah.
Shit.
Did he also do Tenet?
Did he do
Tenet.
Shutter Island?
I don't think so.
Shutter Island was dope. I like Shutter Island.
Shutter Island was a cool movie.
Yeah.
Oblivion with Tom Cruise was pretty cool.
Oblivion's pretty good.
It was different. I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
What happened in that one?
It's kind of like he was on this like
he was like a clone.
He's like a clone. Then he realized, oh, I'm a bunch of like there's a bunch of me.
All right, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, they're basically like eradicating like all like the rebellions people and all that stuff.
What else?
See no more Netflix again? Yo, big movie Recco. Oblivion, go check it out. It's on Netflix.
But I'm just saying, like right now, just as like an earliest example of who's doing a live action.
Yeah.
Why is there a live action Powerpuff Girls?
They're really coming out with one?
Yo, all that was to say this? That's crazy.
No. Not all that to say this.
Crazy stuff.
I'm just saying, like, yo, that's just the latest thing in live action for what I've seen. They're making a live action Powerpuff Girls. Why?
How are they even gonna do that?
I don't know. But they're using middle-aged looking women to do Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, that's why.
Look it up on your phone right now. Type in Powerpuff Girls live action.
I'm not even gonna look at that because that just sounds wild.
Dude, there was people taking like shots of these people like jumping in their fucking suits and shit, bro. It's fucking wild.
Nah,
I'm just saying, what's so wrong in having making that whole CGI thing? Like, you know what I mean?
It's gonna look weird.
No, it won't look weird if you 3D animate. Like, you see that shit?
Yeah, that shit look
you're talking about for 3D animation. I thought you were talking about just for like live action.
Or how about they get the original? How about they get the original animators from the actual like series and make a whole movie like a big. You remember the first Powerpuff Girls movie?
Sick.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
I actually enjoyed that shit.
Mojo Jojo took over the city.
Yeah,
he turned the city against him.
Great fucking movie. But I'm just saying, like, yo. Now we're in a weird position where like everyone wants to use live action and add a little spice of fucking CGI.
Yeah, it's a remix. We're in the generation of people just making movie remixes.
Bro, this generation sucks with movies, man.
I mean,
when it comes to I would say movies like regular like box office movies, not like cartoon movies and all that. I feel like cartoon movies has been at an all-time high though.
Now?
Like who's dropping cartoon movies like at box office?
Like Disney. No, I'm not talking about box office. I just said like, are we just saying like movies in the sense of just like people? Or are we talking about like animation movies?
No, we're talking about like this how they spin animation movies into live action.
No, I just mean in general, like he's saying the movies that fall off.
I'm saying movies in general are kind of losing their edge.
Their originality.
Even the animation movies?
Originality.
Yeah.
Even animation movies?
Animation movies.
Because I feel like they've been in their bag.
Animation movies can't.
That's full creativity.
That's full creativity. Like you have full control. You can make whole worlds, universes, anything. I'm just saying, like, I guess movies in general, you have actors, and shit. Like you're paying them to physically move and do things and shit. The originality is like super gone.
Well, there's gonna be one coming out just now called Dune. With a whole bunch of
that's an old movie.
With Zendaya.
That's an old movie.
Zendaya. That's an old movie?
Yeah. Dune is not new. I was literally watching the old Dune and it's fucking hilarious because they talk about this shit called the spice melange and shit. Like, he knows about the spice. It's hilarious. You should watch it.
That's crazy.
It's so funny that like I'm like, yo, I have to watch the new one to see it if it's gonna be just as funny or some sort.
Weird.
But it's an old movie. Dune is not new.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'm just saying, but like this movie could be really good because
it looks good.
Dune, the original Dune movie was with live people.
Word.
So this could just be like a new remake or
like a continuation or something.
Yeah, but the whole problem is that it's not an original story. Dune is still an old movie.
Yeah. So yeah, as you said, that we don't have as much originalities before.
You know
as
what,
I said,
bro?
it's just about remix.
I mean, if
Hold on. There's a director, Jordan Peele's coming out with a lot of original ideas.
Oh, Hundo P, and that, I fuck with him so much. This new Nope movie.
Yeah.
Dude, every fucking black person fucks with that.
Yeah.
Every fucking black person understands Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dog, I'm excited to watch that. So yes, there is some originality in terms
Still
of like
being
when
made,
there's new niggas on the scene.
So it's basically like you feel like it's because the old gatekeepers are basically kind of keeping things a certain way.
If that's what it is, then that's what it is. I didn't even chalk it up to that, but it does make sense that like it's just a whole certain bunch of people in control of it.
It's like a certain formula they know is gonna like generate money.
And that and that's what's gonna kind of lead into too. The like American cinema, or at least movies and shit, they follow certain like patterns per genre. Like if you're making like a superhero movie, there has to be a problem.
Okay.
They can't defeat the. They can't.
There
defeat
has to be some form of climax and then some form of solution where like the hero.
Like a normal story.
No,
chart.
hold on, but that's because we know it as that. I'm telling you, watch European movies and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Yeah. Saying there's bare twists and turns.
Shit that you're like, "Yo, what did I just watch?"
Right,
Like, it's basically what a movie's supposed to do.
Word. So what's the next big movie, Recco by Nick? What's that?
Yo. Okay, I'm gonna be full transparent. The movie that fucked me up.
Yeah.
No cap, no kizzy, and the storyline was really fucking good. Okay, I don't even want to say really good. Just intriguing enough for you to kind of just be like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
Go spit it now. What it is?
Nymphomaniac. Yo, nigga.
That sounds familiar.
Yo, that movie is
Nymphomaniac.
It's the wildest story you ever will fucking watch.
You talking about a nympho, somebody that likes having sex all the time?
Yes. The movie is about this lady who's finding every type of kind of way to get off, but there's so much deeper shit to it.
Word.
It's like explaining her. Okay, it starts off with her in this shitty
real
situation.
vulnerable here.
No. It starts off with her in this like situation, and you're like, "Yo, okay, how did it get here?" Right. And then she's explaining her story. So it's one of those type of
movies. 5 hours?
Huh? It's
nah,
6.
It can't be the same.
It's how much hours?
5 hours.
5 hours?
Jesus Christ, I don't remember it being that long.
Bruh, you said that was 5 hours?
Nah. That's a weirdo shit. But the movie was weird. I will say that.
That's crazy. This guy was.
But I don't think it was 5.
How high were you?
No. There's a part 2 and there's a part 1 and 2. Okay. So maybe I don't know if that's accumulating the whole series.
Okay.
But no, it was a long movie.
I think this is it. So right here where it says like 5 hours or something.
5 fucking hours? This has to be with both parts.
Yeah, it says there's two parts.
Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised.
5 hours straight.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It says it's / pornographic, so.
Sunset. 5 hours straight.
No, look. Volume 1 is 1 hour.
So much hard for 5 hours straight.
No, it isn't like. It isn't a porno movie. It's just a fucked up movie.
Yo, that's gonna come back and it's a new scene again. Crazy.
Nah, but it was weird. It was if you.
Nah, these are real people.
So digested this movie for a week.
One of the main people. She's from Independence Day. So, you know, there's no like porn stuff.
Movie in it?
Shia LaBeouf is in it actually.
Is he?
Yeah. I just remembered Shia LaBeouf is in the movie. I can't remember if he's in part 1 or 2. I remember I was watching. I'm like, is that Shia LaBeouf? Because this is when the Transformers was kind of like.
William Dafoe's in it. Oh, Shia LaBeouf is also in it.
Oh, Willem Dafoe? Interesting.
Yeah. Shout out Shia
LaBeouf. Okay,
man.
and the reason why I found this movie.
Yeah.
I was on. Watching. I used to watch MTV a lot, and they were breaking down like the top some next type of movies, and then for some reason that movie popped up, and I was like, a movie about somebody's addicted to sex. I'm like. And then they're explaining it more and everything. I'm like, yo, that's actually kind of interesting.
That sounds kind of interesting.
Yo, I'm telling you, if you take the time to actually
Where's
watch
my
it.
lotion at?
You're fucked. You're nasty. You're nasty when there's other routes of doing that shit. My nigga's thinking like I have a problem. Like, nah, chill out. But like,
Shit.
there were some scenes where I had to skip. So like,
Word.
like there was a scene. Oh, I didn't even want to explain it. I was explaining off mic, but like,
Yeah.
there was a 1-2 scene where I'm like, yo, word. Like, who thinks of this shit? Like,
Yeah.
who sat down and wrote all of this and said, yo, we're making this.
God damn.
Cause yo, I'm telling you, it's on some freak shit. But that's just one example of a European movie. Another one is the girl with the dragon tattoo and everything.
Oh, I
heard
heard
about
about that
that
one.
one.
I was supposed to watch that
Yo,
so many times. and
those
it's been on
movies,
Netflix for a
they
long
don't.
time.
They're really good.
Yeah.
But then, there was another one that I saw. I didn't see it. I kind of like just summarize it up real quick. But it was about like this lady and her 2 kids, and she was like it just starts off with them in this house. It's a Finland movie or some shit, but like her face is bandaged up the whole time, and the whole time as the movie's going on, you're kind of under the impression that like, yo, maybe the mom is some bad person, but it doesn't. There's nothing that explains that. And then what happened is it's this kid that ends up killing his mom and shit, but then he has a twin brother, but his twin brother was dead. But you don't know this. You don't know any of this. And it's like, you kind of... I forgot what it's called, yo. But that's another movie where, like, they make such complex kind of, like, timelines where you're like, yo, what did I watch? Did I just watch, like, a story? Like, did I watch some form of
It feels more
performance
real.
art?
It feels a little bit more real life.
No, it feels more surreal.
Oh, you feel like that?
It feels more surreal, and it feels like you don't know what to expect.
Yo, let me hit y'all with a good movie Recco right now, bro. There's a movie. I don't know. You talking kind of fucked up shit. Now I'm having me thinking about this movie where I don't want to spoil it, but a family adopts an orphan.
What's the name of the movie?
Orphan?
The movie's called Orphan.
That's like a scary movie. But
You remember that one?
That was funny though.
Is that the one with the kid from Home Alone?
No.
No,
Oh no, I think I'm
Oh.
mixing it up.
It's a
with
girl.
This
It's
is
a
a
girl.
girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you seen it. Yo, you didn't see that one?
basically she had a disorder where it keeps her looking young, but then she
She's
was
a
actually
full
murdered.
adult.
She's a full adult.
But she looks like a child. Like she looks like an 11-year-old.
I just remember she
No, I
broke
never
some
seen
kid's
that
legs,
show.
yo, and I'm like, Jesus.
Bro.
She broke some kid's legs at the park, and I said, yeah? I said, yo, that's crazy.
Like, yo, what was fucked up about it? Like, the girl started, yo, it's fucked. Like, the girl started getting close to the dad.
yeah, she had a thing for the dad.
And I'm watching, like, yo, what the fuck's going on, bro? Like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is approaching R. Kelly realms. You all go here, you know what I'm saying?
This guy's like, yo, it's like, I hear you, but I'm not condoning this. I'm just gonna fast forward.
Yo, get me through this. But like, yo, as you start to learn more, like, yeah, she has a disorder. And shit was fucked up. Kept her like looking like a youth. I was just like,
Yo, come
damn.
inside, bro. You already opened the door?
Who that? Oh, it's popping. Yes, sir.
No, we're almost done. We're about to wrap up just now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. But anyways, yo, yeah, that movie was fucking crazy, bro. Big
Yeah.
movie record by your boy Jay.
I will say that was like a good
Orphans.
scare, like a good thriller movie where like you kind of just had to be like, yo, what am I watching?
Yo,
Like a kid killer? Oh,
Bro.
why is she attracted to the dad like this? Oh,
Bro.
she's an old woman.
nuts.
Interesting. Didn't see that coming.
Nuts.
It's a lot of plot
But-
twists.
I'm just saying this. If you think for that genre,
Mm.
that's kind of like original or like hasn't been done before. I haven't seen a movie about a old lady being a kid killing
Yeah,
people.
definitely original. Never thought I wouldn't think about something like that.
But
Yeah,
it
watch
still
it.
follows a
Yeah.
plan of
Like the blueprint.
yo, huh?
it still
It
follows
still
the same
follows
blueprint.
a blueprint of like, here's a situation, here's a conflict, here's a solution to it.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
like a lot of these European movies kind of just like you don't know what to expect. You don't kind of know what's about to happen next. Kind of, it's just pure story or just pure action. Or
You know what movie I gotta watch?
Facts.
I think they recently won the was it Oscar?
oh, Parasite, great
Exactly.
movie.
Yeah.
I mean, not great movie, but it's one of those movies where it's original, man. You
Yeah.
watch it and you're like, okay, I get the concept of this.
yeah.
Like you're like,
Yeah.
this was a good piece of work or writing. Like whoever wrote this knew how to build out like an interesting story.
Yeah.
It didn't make me feel like I expected somebody to die. I think somebody does. Do you watch it?
I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
I don't think
either.
anybody dies, but there's a
Yeah.
few parts in it where you're like, yo, like I thought somebody was gonna die.
Let me see if it's still on Netflix. I might just watch it today.
It's a great movie, man.
It's on Crave. I know that much.
It's on Crave?
Yeah.
Say no more.
It's on Crave.
All right, we good.
All right. So yeah, we've reached the 2-hour mark.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
so
kind of quick.
Let's you
We
guys
didn't even get to talk about. Oh shoot! Hold on, before you finish, yo, shout out to Canada's women's soccer team.
alive.
They won the gold medal.
Pause right there.
They beat Sweden in a shootout. Shootout was good. He went to golden goal. Sweden had a shot, like they could have won it. Our goalie, made the save.
I seen the highlights for that.
Canada came through.
Yo, the Canadian women.
Is that our only goal? I mean, gold.
Yo, the women are
No.
killing it.
What else do we have gold in?
We have more goals.
Yeah, I think we got swimming. We also got track.
Yeah, swimming. I seen we were killing. Still.
I know we got track.
We're on track.
Yeah,
we got
gold?
track? Gold.
I think we got a gold for like one gold.
I know
for track.
Andre got a.
I know he got bronze.
You got a bronze.
Yeah, he got bronze. But I know that I'm not talking about for the men. I'm talking about for the women. I'm pretty sure they got a gold something.
I just want to know how much
gold.
goals does Canada have, because that's kind of how you win the Olympics.
We're like 12th place. We're not high.
Yeah, we don't got bare.
Who's first in the Olympics?
US.
Our men right now are playing like ass,
USA.
bro.
Yeah, US. Is
US
first.
always finds a way to fucking be first.
US, maybe China. Maybe
But US
China.
just won basketball.
It's close. Yeah,
That's kind of to be expected, you know.
Yeah, but I just wanted to give a shout out to the Canadian women's team.
No, this is good.
They did a good job. Yeah,
That's good, man.
it was an exciting game.
I just wanted to say, also thank you to Kyle Lowry. Let me give Kyle Lowry a little heart right there.
Yo, I actually seen some shit on Twitter about how there was like an investigation looking into that free agency between Lonzo and Lowry.
Why?
God knows.
Yeah, they were
Well,
saying because of like this tampering.
Huh?
But like, I have a question. What do you think is gonna happen? Like if it
Trade
is,
won't go through.
Nah, they'll just take away draft picks.
I swear the trade won't go through either.
Nah. For this situation, they'll just take away draft
I was like, yo,
picks.
do people just get fined and that's
Yeah,
it?
it'll just be like it'll be a fine,
It'll
and
be
then they'll be like,
fines.
we'll take away like your first round pick.
Some places the trade won't go through because I know back when Lakers were trying to get Chris Paul,
Nah, that was different though.
it was
Nah, because basically,
it was different, but like it's kind of the same thing. Like they blocked the trade.
So basically, what happens that all the GMs and everyone was meeting up in like a lobby,
Yeah,
like because they're having like a meeting or something.
yeah.
So they were telling them like, yo, technically no trades can be really official.
Word.
So don't make any trades.
Yeah,
The guy that was running the what's it called, the Hornets at the time, because the NBA owned the Hornets at the time. They're like, yo, don't do no trades. Man's like, all right, bet.
word.
Man went and made a trade.
Yeah.
Then they made it public. So then they're all in the room together, and then
Yeah.
they're like, yo, I swear you guys just said we can't do any trades. What
That's
are you talking
crazy.
about?
So kind of the same thing, like
Nah,
there's
in this
some kind of
situation-
collusion.
Nah, for this situation, it's just that they made the deal before they were officially allowed to make the deal.
Word.
So that's why they're just like, yo, like, how are you making these kind of deals that's so complex
Yeah,
by 6 o'clock?
yeah,
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
yeah. Like there was talking before.
Yeah,
for sure.
You're technically
yeah,
not supposed to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
shout out to Larry.
Yes,
He
sir.
had a solid, tenure here.
He treated us well, man. He treated us well, man.
We treated him well.
He was both ways. It went
Yeah.
both ways. It was a healthy, good relationship, man.
It's a good relationship still.
You know what I mean?
Even
Yeah.
though
Yeah.
we dashed DeRozan, we sacrificed DeRozan.
It was an amicable. We ain't gonna talk about that. It's an amicable ending for Larry, though.
So basically, you're saying it's a part of history we don't talk about.
Yeah, of course.
We're just gonna cough and say, DeRozan.
It's not making the heritage list.
We're just gonna say like, DeRozan somehow went on the Spurs,
It's not making the great heritage
and
commercial.
somehow we got Kawhi.
Come on, man. Yeah. It's not, man. We good, man. We don't gotta talk about it no more. He had a good run in here, good run through Toronto, but he just didn't cut it. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't cut it.
I hear that. Well, I'm happy for DeRozan for going to the Bulls, though.
Yeah. Good on him.
But yeah, thanks for listening to episode 35. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Peace out.